live, and I am gonna pull disappearing trick.
No.
Well, I've had some broadcasting issues or internet little hiccups or something today, so I'm just gonna keep the camera off because I've been told that the having the camera on takes more juice or whatever the hell I'm trying to say. But
Let's see how it is.
anywho, um, welcome, uh, whoever's here, and we're just gonna talk about this, that, and the other thing, and you know, go woohoo every once in a while, because there's actually a couple of hundred people or so out there that want to watch me do stuff or talk about stuff or so. Anyway, so far I have the German berserker himself, no way neophobic, although I mean, and here's how much of a berserker he is like he could not be contained in his home country of Germany. He had to go to Austria. So yeah, that's they. So just be careful when you're going through the Alps. That's all I got to say.
We are
And
watching out for you guys.
I think we have some wiener dogs.
That's right. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, not too shabby. Just
Hello, Frank and Pan.
I just hoping a couple people would show up for this thing. So
Well, you're doing all right so far.
yeah. Where is the and the thing is I'm still kind of new at this, so yeah.
That's because we were better off with Hangouts. We were getting to be pros with Hangouts.
Right. It's and like when you're on somebody else's stream, the chat is different, but when you're running it, there's like more buttons and stuff. So
Tim,
Well, the
did
whole
you see what?
backstage thing, having to let people in, yeah, that's way different than Hangouts. Hangouts was a lot easier, in my opinion. But this StreamYards isn't bad.
yeah. What's that, Thomas?
Did you see what Mary just said in the chat?
Yeah. I hold on.
Okay.
I'll be there for you. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't like Friends, I don't know, something's wrong with you. I mean, I'm not judging, but something's wrong with
you
you.
kind of you're not judging, but you kind of are.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. So I went out and got a few classic movies and to try and give away to people. So we're gonna have to like come up with some sort of little contests or something for people to get those. And let's see, just for a moment here. So the ones I picked out were for Howard the Duck, Jumanji, the first
Great
one,
movie.
Gremlins,
Yeah,
the
that's
original
cool.
Gremlins,
Cult movie.
The Goonies,
Also fun.
Coming to America,
Yeah.
and last but not least, from the mythical land down under, Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2. So,
Grandpa's Little Lion.
if any of you younger folks was ever wondering who was holding it down in Australia before Lethal Lightning came along, this guy right here. Okay,
Paul Hogan.
he was the Chad of Australia before Lethal Lightning came along. So
Proper is in the backstage.
yeah, I just saw him.
Hello.
Hello.
Woohoo! Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of amazed at I've gotten this many people with what I've with what I've put out there, but hey,
Yeah, but you've been on a lot of
I'm-
streams, buddy. So I
I'm
mean, that
not
helps.
complaining. Yeah, but I've just been trying to concentrate on college and whatnot, but hold on, wait a minute.
Oh,
I can't bring what the hell happened to Thomas?
Uh,
Well, I
we
mean,
might have technical
here,
issues.
hold on, I've got to switch the what the heck?
Hey, Proper, how are you?
Good, dude. How are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
fine.
where did
So
he
much
go?
fun.
He's
We lost
trying to
both of
figure
them.
out the StreamYard.
Oh,
I was trying to turn my damn camera off, but
oh, it says just start cam, and it should say.
oh,
stop
never mind. I
cam.
hit the wrong damn button. See, I told you I was still kind of new at this crap.
Works.
Anyway,
Hey, you're doing
I had
good so
to
far. You're doing excellent.
I had to put
That's
my
right.
avatar. I had to put my avatar back up before I brought the next guy on. Because Green Lives Matter. So
Absolutely, Green Lives Matter. Thank you for being at the forefront so
Lord.
much.
It's
Oh.
Kermit the Log. Arf, arf.
Hi, guys.
yeah.
Hey, you hardy
How's it
brother.
going, my green brother?
It's going pretty hard and pretty good, bro. How about you?
Yeah. Well, the shell's always hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It must be a green thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
congrats on your 200 subscribers, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm wondering though, because like I've been trying to concentrate on school, so I haven't been able to catch all your stuff. But what's this I heard about Miss Piggy's demise?
Well, I came home one day and the pots were cold, and she gave me a little lip, so I cut her lips off, and then I cut the rest of her face off, and I wore it as a condom for about a week, and then I just ordered a new pig in the mail. I just got a new Miss Piggy in the mail.
Oh, that. So they cloned her?
Well, I guess pig prices are cheap these days. I don't know. Amazon sells pigs by the dozens.
Right.
Kermit, with you, I'm into a Green New Deal. From the first
Yeah.
to the second.
I am the new Green Deal. I am the new Green Deal. That's so funny. No way, neophobic.
There you go.
So, so, so I mean, you know, since you seem to have this thing with pigs and like proper making fart noises or something. Anyway, do you like? Do you invest in the stock market, you know, at all? Like at least in pork bellies?
I like to eat pork belly. I invest most of my money in weapons and cocaine.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah, and then I just, like find pigs on the street usually, but Amazon too.
Do you think that's very intelligent? What do you do after the wall is closed, the border is closed? Do you think the prices will go down or up for cocaine?
Cocaine?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. They're trying to legalize cocaine in Mexico right now, right?
Oh, it isn't. I
No,
thought
it's
they
not.
do
No.
it for
What?
Hey, but did you
No.
guys see that shit that happened with El Chapo's son yesterday?
No.
Oh man, really? You guys don't know?
Yeah. No. Tell us.
No.
There was like straight out of Sicario, the police department, the military branch of the Mexican police department, they found out one of El Chapo's 12 sons, and they got him in a town and they cornered him, and the cartel showed up and killed all the police and everybody, and they started setting fires and committing murders all around Mexico to make the police thin out, and then they got him out. El Chapo's son. But they got hell people.
True
I think
story?
El Chapo's part frog too.
What the fuck? What?
Really, you guys should look it up. It really happened.
It
Oh, I'm
really
not doubting that. Oh shoot!
That's why, you know, you got to listen to Rambo. You know, you never go down there alone. You know what I'm saying?
Amen, Shellback.
Yeah, pretty much sums that up.
Yeah. My other favorite news article I saw today when I woke up was the California congresswoman who she's sitting there completely naked, combing her 22-year-old staffer's hair in between her legs. That gave me a super hard on this morning.
What? What?
Oh yeah. And they're saying it's Me 3 now because the congressman, she was having an affair. She was having an open relationship with her husband and the staffer who's 22, and then she cheated on both of them with her financial advisor.
Oh, she gets around.
Yeah. Yes, that could need some censoring for sure.
That's
Wow.
progressive. What did you
Right?
Yeah.
That is very progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
You know, but
Yeah, I'd fuck
you
her.
know what? Even more evil. We saw Proper Jeremy teaming up with Star Wars Explained stuff. With the Star Wars Explained stuff.
Proper, you didn't. What are you talking about?
Well, we saw the footage of you.
Oh, the photo of me with that. Yeah, of course, I was polite.
Yeah.
We met at Star Wars Celebration. What can I say?
And he wasn't even wearing a bikini.
Oh, I know. That was disappointing.
I know.
I did get my favorite picture with two of them. One was with me with the slave Leia dude. That was great. And then the other one was, what was it? It was the slave George Lucas with Mickey Mouse dragging him.
Right.
That was hilarious.
So
That's serious.
was this when you were
when you were not proper Jeremy, when you were the other one.
Yeah,
I miss those days
you do. Why?
because it was more funny.
Oh, because I was. Why?
Oh, and also the way it turned out, like how you kept on how you had to stay with the name.
Oh, that was a load of crap. That was not cool. I'm still angry about that.
Yeah, but it was funny.
It was
See?
funny, and in all fairness, I had it coming. Like this is what happens when you play with fire. Eventually you're gonna get burned. Changing your name so many times, eventually you won't be able to change it back.
But I loved Jenny. I really loved her.
See, I'm not the only one proper.
So what? Like I see it. Like you really want me to go back as Jenny again? No, I'm not doing that. You can make the memes as much as you want. That's fine. I'm not going back though.
Where's the Senate when you need him to clip you just saying that?
What?
You can make the memes as much as you want.
Well, of course you can. I'm not going to say no to that. It's funny, but at the same time, I'm seriously not going to go back. Like, not for me. Nope. I went 3 months, and that's all you got.
Hey,
I
is your-
even
is your
I
room-
even extended it a couple of days because I wanted to, make an event out of it or something. Coming back or
But
something.
I'm not changing the name of the boat.
Right. Not changing the name of the boat.
Snowdub said already, frogs up, pigs down.
Hail snow.
Snow's
Snow.
cool. He was a Jenny fan as well. I believe he unsubbed after I changed it back temporarily.
We all were Jenny fans.
Yes.
We-
Yeah. Thank
we
you.
love-
Thank you. Oh gosh.
I like you the way you are, proper.
Oh, thank you, Kermit. I'd like you just the way you are too,
Yeah.
even if you are nuts.
Well, we don't care if it's proper Jeremy, proper Jenny, or third gender proper. We still love you no matter what, proper.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Or excuse me, Frank. Sorry, Frank. Thank you.
Fluid gender proper.
Adam,
Jeremy.
for all seriousness, Adam, without you, there would be no proper Jeremy, for better or worse. Same with Peabody, same with DJD. You guys are the reason that I'm here. So thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Congratulations.
Man. We told you had the talent. You did, and you do, as you've seen. Everybody loves you. You're a great guy, and just keep doing the awesome content and job that you're doing, man. It's always fun to be in your chat and hang out, and be a part of any stream that you're in, man. It was really cool to get to meet you through YouTube, and chit chat on Discord. And one of these days we'll hook up. But man, it's always a blast when you're hanging with proper.
Yeah, did you enjoy the woke test that we took?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
How can you not?
Man, I
Oh,
love you guys.
I'm gonna have to
think,
clip that one.
I think freaking what was he today? Mario. I think he was right when he said the most proper answer was screaming at the sky. In order for you to be woke enough, like
Like, oh gosh, that was a great stream. I love that.
Who won that woke stream? The
Oh
woke-
gosh, Spartan's in the chat to say like scream at the sky.
yeah.
Welcome to Woke City. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it was great.
I think he was I think he took the quiz himself afterwards or something.
Ooh.
Mario or
Oh, Spartan. Oh,
Spartan
yeah,
or
probably.
whatever.
That wouldn't surprise me.
You know, Legion. I don't know.
But we got all the results pretty much. Like, you're not woke at all. You are like, if you like did certain ones, I guess you got different ones. Minimum level of wokeness. We picked like the wokest answers. Like, no way. Did you see this?
No, I missed it.
Shall we share a little bit of it here?
Sure. Why not?
That would be
Guys,
fine.
I'm telling you, this is one of the most fun tests. This is the funniest quiz I've ever taken in my life.
I can.
Show it.
All right. So how do I like put us off all to the side and so you can screen share or whatever?
Well, I will share my screen right now. Won't do it immediately though. All right, I'm sharing it, and now you have permission to add it to the stream or not.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. And here it is. Here it is, everyone. Everyone in the chat, you're welcome. How woke are you? Take the quiz. Think you're truly woke? Time to put your money where your mouth is. Take our definitive wokeness quiz and find out once and for all if you're super woke or just plain toxic. How woke are you?
Take it.
The official Babylon Bee quiz. Wokeness is the new sanctification. If you try really, really hard, you too can become as woke as the wokest people in the world. It's time to take stock of how woke you are. Take our quiz. First one, a movie comes out including representation for all races. How do you respond? Applaud the filmmaker's diversity and enjoy the movie? Complain about lack of representation for the LGBT people? Yell, stay in your lane, whitey, whenever a white person comes on the screen? Or scream at the sky?
Scream at the sky.
You want to scream at the sky?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I can't believe we're doing it again. I'm gonna have to clip this, clip it for the show later. President Trump says something reasonable. What do? Applaud him? Blame it on the Russians? Take to the streets to protest while wearing a genital-themed hat? Or scream at the sky? I'm gonna let How about No Way? Do you want to? Do you want to choose? Or Kermit? Blame it on the Russians? How about you, Kermit? What do you think so far?
Russians.
Russians? Okay. You want to read this one this time? Either of you?
You see a man opening a door for a woman. What do? Continue about your day as though you didn't just witness an egregious violation of her womanhood? Lecture him on problematic behavior? Beat him to death with your well-worn copy of the Feminazi Mystique? Or scream in the sky?
Beat him to death.
No contest. Oh man, you come upon a No Way. Do you want to read it this time?
Okay, you come upon the Bible passage that contradicts your worldview. How do you exegete it? Okay, modify your worldview to the text and repent of your wrong thinking. Reinterpret the text in the light of your worldview. Come out with your heretical views in a softball online interview. Then claim you're being persecuted for your opinion. Throw the book in the trash, then scream at the sky.
I think we know the answer.
Scream at.
All right, Thomas, do you want to read it this time?
Yes, I would love to. A coworker says, "Good morning" to you as you sit down at your desk. What do you say back? "Good morning." "Excuse me, I did not consent to this conversation." "Good day." How? What the heck? Oh my God, Proper. Holy cow! How could it possibly be a good morning when when women only make 77 cents on a dollar? You pig. Excuse yourself. Walk down to the parking lot and scream at the sky.
Uh, I would take. How could it possibly be a good morning when women only make 70 cents on a dollar?
I agree with no way.
I take
Keep going.
Okay, let's see.
They don't deserve the 77 cents.
You get a $1,500 tax refund check from the IRS. What do you do with the money? Take the family to Cracker Barrel, maybe put the rest in savings. Mail it right back. Don't you know that tax cuts kill people? Send the money to minorities to assuage your white guilt. In a defiant gesture, hurl the check toward the heavens, then scream at the sky.
I leave it to you guys.
Man.
I'm glad you guys are having a good time as we did. Oh, good.
I like send the money to minorities to assuage your white guilt.
Do that.
This is
Let me
great.
know
This
the
is a great one. Go on, one of you.
Hey, I think you should read this because it has your name in it. Probably.
Oh, yes. A cisgendered male is driving along the street as you walk down the sidewalk. What is the proper course of action? Smile and wave, boys. Glare at him, then run back to your house to write about how badly he oppressed you on your Tumblr account. Begin pounding on his window and scream, "Stay in your lane, Whitey!" Or leap in front of the car as a metaphor for how oppressed you are, then scream at the sky as you wait for help to arrive.
Come on, scream to the sky, really.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane, Whitey.
Yeah.
I like the
Get
stay
off
in your
my
lane.
lawn.
lady.
Oh, because it's the play on that. Oh my gosh. All right. An ethnic food restaurant opens in your city. What do you do? Try it out and keep patronizing it if I have a good experience? Protest the restaurant's blatant cultural appropriation? Protest the restaurant for not giving away all of its food for free in a Marxist business model, or scream at the sky?
Oh, it's definitely a blatant cultural appropriation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're at the minimum acceptable level of wokeness. You're pretty woke, but one little slip up in the left will eat you alive. Better get woker. Why don't you try screaming at the sky more?
I love this one.
I'm guessing that there is something to answering "Scream at the Sky" in this quiz.
Oh, we know. I think we know. Oh gosh.
I found
All right.
screaming
Well,
at the sky
well,
too
we are.
easy.
Do you want to keep going? Because we already did this before, Shellback. We already know what happens. It's up to you. You know, we already. You know, I can bring it back if you want,
Yeah.
but we good?
Yeah, I guess for now.
It's always
mean,
fun though.
I got you know, I mean, I tried making a list. I kind of got to it a little bit late, but you know, I figured we could talk about things like you know, the Joker movie, and you know, the whole mental health aspect of that movie, and you know how people are like
Oh shoot! I got to get ready for work.
all right.
Hey, thanks for having me in
yeah.
though.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed the quiz.
That was
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
It was
How
okay.
would you
Bye,
liked it?
Prabha.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad you got a kick out of it. Congratulations once again on 200 subscribers. This is awesome. it's a big milestone for you. 200 now, but there's only one way to go.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep going to 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 20% of the way there. You're gonna get there soon.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
see you guys.
maybe sometime in 2027. But
Oh, you'll be at 10K
Yeah.
by then.
yeah,
All right.
I appreciate you coming by, man.
Oh, absolutely. Live long and proper.
Bye,
Take care, everyone.
proper.
You have
Take
Twitter.
care, proper.
See you guys.
Bye. Yeah, no, I the one of the things that somebody was talking about, and I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of, but you know, with the whole YouTube thing and the 4,000 watch hours and stuff like that. Apparently, it recycles or goes back to zero after at each year or something.
Oh no.
No, I mean
I
that's
said, oh,
I mean that's the understanding that I was put under, is like, you have like 1 year to get that watch time, and if you don't, then you start over or something. Am I mistaken?
I think it's in the last 365 days. Yeah, like it's always just a running clock.
Is that really a point?
What's that?
Is that really a thing? I don't
Oh,
think so.
that's what I was wondering, because I mean, I thought it was, at first I thought it was just, whenever you get to 4,000 hours, you get, that's when you get there. But the, like it does say when you're on that analytics, that beta studio or whatever, and, like within the last, 365 days or whatever, and which I was like, I'm like, oh crap, I'm like, well, if it's if it resets itself, if it resets itself every year, it's like, how some of us may never get there.
I think that's the point, though, right? They don't want everybody getting there, but I think you'll get there, my friend.
But
I think so too.
we'll see one day, I suppose. But anyway, some of the things I wrote down we could possibly talk about was, the Joker, and then Rambo, and let's see, Rose Tico, like her getting taken off of the artwork and whatnot, and Terminator Dark Fate. I thought we could maybe talk about that a little bit. The douche nozzle that is Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh yeah, please.
And and I also saw something along the lines of the critics. The critics are not being too kind to Zombieland Double Tap, which I saw it on Thursday. I thought it was great. I thought it was a worthy. I thought it was a worthy successor to the original. And if all else fails, we can continue the candy corn debate. And if we can't, if we still can't come to a good decision on that, Drunk 3PO pointed something out that he at least tweeted about, cockroach milk. It better than Galaxy Edge milk. So I don't know if anybody knows too much about cockroach milk, but
Kermit
there's
should.
that.
I know about
Kermit should
cock.
know.
So, I we all know that Kermit.
We could talk about
That
head
was definitely an understatement.
Thank you.
But like like one of the things about the cockroach milk, it's like how do they make how do they make those little milker things that are small enough for their little nipples? That's what I mean,
Trying to figure out how they milk a
even the
cockroach.
biggest, yeah. I mean, even the smallest or even the biggest cockroach is not that big. I mean,
Yeah, but we got
I think it'd be
nanotechnology.
challenging to milk one.
They have nano robots. You can do it with nano robots.
Hmm,
Little nano robot frogs fed off those cockroaches.
that's interesting. It usually takes 2 hands to milk a frog, so I'm trying to think how that measures up to cockroaches.
Right?
Are
Yeah.
they so? I think that works. The nanobots can have more than 2 hands. I'm sure.
I need to get some of those bots to come over here and suck my cock.
Cadoodle doo. Oh,
Hey,
man. So, huh?
I have to drink something
Oh, okay.
on your
Uh,
celebration.
The German's getting low on energy. He's got to consume some alcohol.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm living on a hill. There's not. It's getting colder just now, and there
Mhm.
are not so many Miss Piggies up here in the
yeah,
moment. So when the snow falls, then they are coming. But in the moment, it's really quiet around here,
right.
and I try to drink away my depression. That's an easy task.
Hey, I super support that. You're saying you got to pump a lot of toad loads manually. There's a lot of manual toad loads you got to pump.
Yeah. What?
You got to masturbate a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Hey,
Maybe
Tim,
What?
I'm actually gonna have to get going.
Bye.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming by.
Thank you for letting me be on. I'll still be in the chat from time to time, but I have to get ready for my long work day.
Oh yeah, you have this new job. How is the job, Thomas?
Yeah.
It's going all right. Little struggles, but that's okay.
But you like it so far.
I do, yeah. I'm getting tipped,
All right.
so a little bit more money.
You're a stripper now, huh?
Only for you, Kermie.
Hey now. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Only for you. All right, I'm gonna get going.
That's the perfect answer.
Tom.
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming by.
Congrats on the milestone, Tim. Like Proper said, you're at 209 now. You're gonna get from there. You're gonna get to 300 by the end of the year. Is 300 or 400? Just keep on onwards and upwards always.
Yeah,
Right.
I can only hope.
No, you're too good of a YouTuber. Don't be like that. You're gonna get there. Say that, like mental health. Like you're gonna get there. You're a great friend. You're a great YouTuber, and you're a great personality as well. So you're gonna get there.
All right, man. I'll take your word on it. I appreciate it.
No worries. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, Thomas.
All right, man. Be
Bye,
good.
Kermit.
We could talk about
So,
what's
what's that? Go ahead.
what about the hand in Kermit's bum?
The hand
just
in front of
realized-
the arm?
Yeah, you got a hand in your
I do.
hole.
It's a big strong hand.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good. You should try it sometime. Everybody needs a hand up their ass somehow.
Okay, I believe you, just for now.
I wanted to ask Shellback
Well,
what you're doing for school. I just graduated college. I went back to school, graduated a year ago.
yeah.
What are you studying?
Yeah, well, what? Well, I'm in the program or whatever you want to call it. I'll have an associate's degree in chemical dependency counseling when
I
I'm done.
talk to you about that.
So,
What
yeah,
exactly does this mean? Chemical dependency.
Like you like cocaine.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but only if only if you want to quit. I won't be able to help you unless you want to quit. So
Well, I have jokes for this, but I don't know. Yeah, my mom didn't raise a quitter. I'm just keeping going with the cocaine.
How do you take it? I don't see nose holes.
Well, you got to put it up your ass. What do you think this hand is for?
How shall I sleep tonight after this?
Straight up the bum, but
revelation?
straight up the bum.
There. Let's get out into the movies or not.
Right.
Jelly.
yeah, I'm the freaking internet signal is being all robotic again. So
Oh no.
you'll have to excuse me if I don't respond right away. So,
Okay. I had that last month,
But,
we paying in
Hey, no
Who's the
Indiophobic,
model?
did you see my costume with Miss Piggy?
which costume?
I guess you didn't. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you took her as a condom.
Well, it was there for a while, and I was running around as a killer named Fuckface. But now I'm just wearing it as a mask.
You actually look a lot better now.
Thank you.
I love you. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're
This is-
beautiful.
Yeah,
You're
thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to save it for Halloween, but
Uh,
it's so excited, Anyways,
that
other-
is
Exciting.
that is slightly disturbing, though. I will admit.
You think
Disturbing,
he's not
like it's just so
disturbing
sexy,
in the
right?
mind? Yes,
It
he's-
Yeah.
what did you do?
Yeah.
To
Do you have a chainsaw? That's all I want to know.
No, but I have a really sharp doctor's knife and a big ass dick, and they go hand in hand.
Well, I mean, I thought you had to have a chainsaw if you were gonna do anything Leatherface style.
I do love Leatherface. I'm more of a Devil's Rejects kind of frog, though. They use knives and they cut faces off. That's how I roll.
I get some disturbing pictures every time I see Kermit humping with a pig and telling his stories. What kind of life is this? You fuck everything before you eat it.
They say don't
So-
shit where you eat. They don't say don't fuck where you eat, right?
Right?
So you like the quieter, more
It's more intimate.
more tranquil, more personal thing, aspects of a blade than a chainsaw. I can understand
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to pretend that the knife is a extension of my penis.
Well, I
It's
would
a-
not.
It's a phallic symbol.
Right, and I would expect nothing less.
Thank you.
I really would not. Oh crap! Yeah, the generals here. We we can now save more money on insurance.
Oh, I was waiting for that one. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Mary's also in the back room. So.
Yeah.
Hey, Shellback, one of these guys can have my spot if they want to. I got to bounce in 15, 20 minutes anyways, but it's up to you.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to promote anything or whatever, you can go ahead and do that.
I'm here to promote you, my friend. You're one of the good ones, bro.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Congrats on the 200, man. Keep going.
Yeah. All right, I appreciate you coming on and talking about talking about slaughtering pigs and cock extensions and all that good stuff. Yeah, I appreciate it.
What else is there to talk about, guys? What else is there really to talk about?
It's you got a point there. You got a point. Yeah.
Bitches get money. Get money. Anyways, thanks, guys.
Thank you for wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Before you leave,
Kermit.
Hi.
Hey, man. Hey, what's wrong with your lips, dog?
My lips?
Yeah, they look a little inflated.
Well, I haven't slept for like 4 days. You try doing cocaine for 96 hours and see how your lips look, Steven.
You're excused. What's up, Kermit?
Hey, my friend. I'm glad to hear your voice, dude.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, brother.
Yeah, but I am bouncing, man. I'll be talking to you, though, brother, okay? Bye, you guys.
Bye, Kermit.
Bye, brother.
Right. Thanks for coming on.
Hail.
Congratulations, Shell.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Zod, didn't I just see you, man?
Yeah,
see you?
I feel like I just saw you not but like a couple minutes ago. Weird.
Yeah, like we were just talking for an hour and a half.
Hey, Steven, brother.
Hey, what's up? No way. How are you, sir?
Is that the beautiful Mary here?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why I put Steven in here before her, because
I wanted to say hi to the frog.
I wanted well, damn it, Steven. I was gonna tell him I put you in here first because I wanted him as far away from the lovely lady as possible. But,
well, that's fine. Why would you say that? I don't mind being next to Steven.
no, I'm talking about Zod.
Oh, Zod. I appreciate. That I appreciate.
No love for the fandom zone.
Hey,
So I really can't stay too terribly long, Tim. I just wanted to give you a big old congratulations on 200 subscribers. I'm really happy that you're moving forward in this, and I'm just glad to see how much progress everybody here in the Fandom Menace is making, and I'm just so proud of you, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. I still don't quite understand it myself, seeing as how, I haven't really put out that many videos, and I only seem to do it every few weeks or so and stuff. But hey, I'm definitely appreciative of the fact that I have that many people that are wanting to see or hear what I got to say.
Yeah. Well, look, you keep on chugging along, man. And look, I think it boils down to probably the sort of the Fandom Menace isn't just a community. I mean, it started obviously as some of us wanting to kind of push back against that narrative or whatever, and it's really evolved into something else, something much bigger. We really, I couldn't agree more when Candace says that it's like a famdom menace. We're much more like a family these days, and we look after each other, and we take out, we show up for each other, and we take care of each other, and so I think this boils down to just this the massive love we all have for each other at the end of the day. You keep chugging along, get a little quicker though. That would be nice. Put some more content out, and I'm sure you'll grow quicker.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to do this, and homework and apartment hunt, and
Yeah. Are you getting the apartment together? Is that going well, or?
Well, I really haven't found anything. Well, I mean, I find places, and then it's like, oh well, there's some sort of issue comes up, whether it's not going to be available until 3 months from now, or this, that, or the other reason. But yeah, hopefully, I'll being in my current situation, I qualified for a what they call a HUD VASH voucher, and not that I want to be in the system or anything, because I'm after my parents got divorced, as a kid, I did end up going to live with my mother, and we had to do the the welfare and food stamp thing there for a while, and
No shame in that.
I am, but I'm just saying, I don't care about being there, like I don't want to be in that category or whatever I'm trying to say.
No, man, you pay taxes your whole life. You serve this country. If you need a little bit of help, let them help you for a minute.
Well, and I'm just saying, and I'm not knocking when people have to do that.
Right.
But I'm one of those people that, if I'd rather not, like if I can, if I can have a job or something, I'd prefer that as,
Well, you need to make more videos. We gotta get to 1,000 subs.
Just, yeah. But that just kind of reminds me of that type of situation. But that, and hopefully I won't be having to use that forever, but at the same time, I'm glad I have it, because it will enable me to get an apartment, and while I'm going to school, and I won't have to worry about money. I won't have to worry about money as much, because the rent's going to be covered. So anyway, that's one of them things that I'm definitely thankful for. But hopefully one day I'll be too well off to continue using that,
Well, look, you got to get on that Geeks and Gamers pyramid scheme, like Drunken Mary, okay?
Right, yeah.
You got to get on that.
Well, look, it wasn't actually. I was very surprised, obviously, when Jeremy came to me and asked me about it. it wasn't something I had expected or anticipated, but I'm
Right.
thrilled to be there. And I, as Stephen is so fond of saying, and I couldn't agree with more, we rise together. And so
Yeah.
I would like to see us all do well. And I am very proud of you,
Right.
Tim. Very proud.
I appreciate it.
Do you re-
And
do you
the checks
remember?
the checks in the mail. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to up that payment to $7.50 a month.
yeah.
$7.50, obviously, because
Yeah.
that
Well,
$5.
we might have to take it out and trade.
Oh, okay.
So if that's okay. I mean, I know that you'd much prefer 19K Fox as a pool boy, but hey, I'm just saying.
He's a wonderful pool boy, man. He doesn't float very well, but
Right.
it's,
Shelly, who
decent.
says that a lady just has to have one pool boy?
Yeah, well, there could be more than one pool boy. There could be more than one pool boy. That's fine. I mean, I would like a pool girl too, though. Can we just address that? Can I have a pool girl too? I'd like one of those.
I second that.
Where's Mara?
I've been saying this for years.
Having pool girls is sexist. That doesn't work.
I'm just curious though. Is there like a uniform or like a dress code or
Think the housekeeper from the birdcage.
As nude as you can.
That's what we're going.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I got to scooch. But again, huge congratulations, Tim. I really do wish you the best with your channel and all the luck, man.
Congratulations to you too, Mary, for your.
Hey, no. This is not about me right now. Let's keep
Right.
That's where it belongs.
We'll sing your praises here. That's fine.
Uh-oh. Rookster. Well, let me scooch and make room for Rookie, guys. Well, hey, there he is. Hey, Rookie, I got your message. Super happy for you, man.
Yeah, thanks.
So,
Hey, congrats, Shellback. What's up, man?
Hey, man. Thanks. Yeah. We Oh, bye, Mary.
Oh, yeah. She said she was fun out, so it's all good.
No, me and which I've sent you probably a couple messages, but we need to. I'd really like to hit up that Jet City Comic-Con at the end of the month, man. With like you and Immortal.
Let me check my messages real quick. I don't think I got that. Let me double check here. Oh, there it is.
Hey, Rookster. And I leave you guys because I've seen that there are so many guys in the backstage coming up, like Chris and all that cool guys who like to congratulate you too, Shellback. You should have them on. So I hop off too. Was nice to be with you and congratulations again. I think you will be a lot faster than 2027. Sure.
I'm trying to be conservative and possibly somewhat realistic.
Realistic. You are already at 200. Just do the math for the pace you got. I think you will be there 2026.
Okay. Well, that's a year earlier than I expected.
Just joking. Thank you for having me, guys, and we see us in the at the Twitters.
See you later, Norway.
Later, Norway.
Thanks for coming, man. Speaking of, were your ears burning?
No. What I miss?
Oh, we were just discussing your future employment as a Merry Mayhem pool boy.
It's not a bad gig, Tim. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm looking into it seriously.
Does she still pay in noodles?
Yeah. So I got to pay off a few bills before I can take that position. But yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I might end up being a fellow employee.
Well, just so you
because,
know, when you're employed at my pool house, I pay with Campbell's.
to pay for room and board.
Mm-hmm.
What's
She
that?
pays with ramen. I pay with Campbell's. So, better quality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got me thinking.
Yep. Just think over your options.
I do love Campbell's. Campbell's chunky.
A little bit. You can pick whichever flavor you want. That's the difference. It's not just regular ramen.
Wow, that's
yeah.
You see, Mary and I have a rivalry of employee.
Oh, there she is.
I only came back because my pool boy's here, and I thought I told you to skim the top of the pool. What the heck are you doing?
Well, how can you expect him to do that when you only pay in like cheap ramen?
No, dude, I don't even give him the ramen. I expect him to do as I bid and get nothing in return but my female gaze.
Oh, the price exchange. I gotcha.
It's the objectification. That's the real payment there.
Right. That's your pleasure. So
exactly.
Hey, Mary. How are you, Fox?
Good. How are you?
I only came back in to objectify Fox really quickly. I really do have to go, but and if it helps, now you know I'm paying attention in the chat.
Yeah. Well, it's hashtag equality.
That's right.
I mean,
it's okay.
Apparently, apparently we men folk have been objectifying women for years, so it's only fair.
I admit it with pride.
Hey. He gives me the grounds on which I stand to objectify him.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you snack cake. Bye, guys.
So Tim, congratulations, brother.
Appreciate it.
On your bicentennial subscriber count.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I like I've been saying, I'm in a way, I'm kind of surprised, but yeah, it's a pleasant one,
Do you know who is your 200th? Or do they announce? Like, hey, I remember 200.
I would have to search like tweets or whatever, because I think whoever it was did say something about being number 200, but I can't remember who it is at the moment. I've slept since then. And that and homework. I blame sleep and homework for my lack of memory in that category.
Which homework are you doing? I got to do multiplying binomials by trinomials and parabola crap, and it's stupid. No.
Well, this quarter I've got English 101, and I'm this is like the second time I'm taking it.
I got you.
But I've got English 101, Psych 101. And I have a little class once a week called Ethics, Diversity, and the Law.
I bet that's fun.
Yeah.
Good old.
Yeah, that last one is actually like one of the prereqs for getting a job as a chemical dependency counselor or whatever. You gotta have that class, so that says yes, I know how to deal with different kinds of people. So
so they're using diversity the way you're supposed to use it.
Yeah, well, I mean, in a way, yeah. I mean, there's still the aspects of somebody possibly being of a different orientation, sexual orientation, or religious background, or the lack thereof, or it's not the woke SJW aspect of diversity. You know, it's all kinds. You know, it's like I said, it's you know you got to be able to deal with people of different sexual orientations, genders, religious beliefs, cultural. You know, it's everything. You know, that's
You're talking about true equality, not breaking someone.
Yeah. It's the true diversity.
Right.
And it makes sense if you're going to be a counselor. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, we did have a little thing in the last class or two, kind of talking about you know, pronouns and stuff like that. You know, and I was telling the teacher, I'm like, you know, I'm sorry, but if a dude that's like 6'5", 250, has a beard like Odin, and he's wearing a dress, and that's the only thing that, you know, that's the only female thing about him. I'm just gonna end up calling them by their name a lot. You know.
There you go.
I'm not gonna be able to go she. You know, I'm just not gonna be able to do it. You know, I'm gonna be like, all right, so Angela. Angela came in, you know, and Angela would like to, you know, do this, and Angela, you know, has this problem, and Angela, you know, I'm not, yeah, but although what I'm, dear God in heaven, please, one day when I am employed in this field, I want that same type of individual to come in to see me and tell me that their name is Gina.
I'm coming in your office wearing a leather mini skirt and a blouse, buddy. You're gonna call me Stephanie, goddammit.
And you'll
sounds like
you'll probably leave with $1 or two in your waistband. If you do.
All right. Well, maybe I'll do a little dancing for you, man. Yeah. No, Shell, I got to roll, man. I have been working so hard lately that I promised my kid I would spend time with him tonight. But I wanted to stop by and tell you that I was proud of you, man, and that I'm always pulling behind you, and I'm always pulling for you. When one of us rises, we all do. And I hope to see you at the next celebration that you have.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
All right. You take care, guys. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah, no, yeah, I just think that would be funny though if some big burly dude in a dress came in and told me that their name was Gina. It's going to take every ounce of you know, fiber of my being to not go like, damn, Gina. But anyway,
what about Kryptonian representation? How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of you are okay.
In particular, when I take over the world, am I going to have the support of the turtles?
Well, like true actual support, or just we're just going to tell you what you want to hear because we don't want to die?
I will take either.
Okay. Well, it'll probably be the latter.
I think intent is very important. How do you intend to rule?
With an iron fist, but the Earthlings will be glad to know that my first order of business is to get rid of your wacky SJWs. I do not like them. So, silver lining in this utopic future I plan to create, there will be no SJW nonsense. So that's my pitch.
Oh, well, let's see. Getting rid of SJWs and wokeness in exchange for yeah, that word.
Totalitarian. Yep.
Yeah, totalitarianism. Yeah, there you go. That
And only
might
if
be
you
a
agree
fair
to not
trade.
terraform the planet.
It might be a fair trade.
But if anything, Zod, we would help you obtain Mars and make that as livable for you as you would like.
Zod approves.
Zod of Mars, you'd be the god of Mars.
I was gonna say you guys they do have the ability to breathe on Mars, don't they?
Yeah, but I mean, we still have to make it look cool because, like, let me roll on a desert planet. I mean, you got to have something.
Yeah, but it's
venture.
red, and red is inherently cool. So.
Yeah, but just red only is not specific. It's got to be something. Got a little touch to it.
Yeah, it's a little monochromatic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to come on and say that me and you, Shellback, have had some great banter back and forth. I appreciate you coming on my channel and throwing crap at me. I love it. I love our witty banter, and I'm so proud to know you, and I'm really proud of your of the fact that you reached this milestone, buddy. And I hope you keep on going further. I've got to get going myself because I have to deal with mortals in the cinema.
All right, man. Yeah, don't let them kids kick your machines. You know.
Yeah. I may have gone overboard and destroyed some property that day. Disclaimer. But I try to keep the anger that I have for Kal-El in check, and not destroy too many mortals. I need them in order to rule over them. So, I definitely I love your stuff, and you've shown me a lot of support, and I had to pop on here and show you some support back, man, because I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate what you did to serve, and it's a real honor that you invited me, and I appreciate the invite, man.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here.
All right, and you're always invited into the fandom zone when we're not doing something crazy, which it happens. But yeah, man. Congratulations, and I wish your channel the best, and I hope that you get more subs, and Turtles, come support the cause for world domination.
Right.
Anyways, thanks for having me on. Thank you. It's good to see you again, 19K. Good to see you,
always,
Rookster.
Hello.
And I'm gonna pop out of here. Bear, I'm leaving as you pop in, but
hey, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was just getting ready to head up out of here. I've got to go handle the world of cinema, the ugly side people don't see, the actual people sitting in seats and creating a mess. So,
yummy popcorn left over on the floor.
But like literally with the crap that I get from the floor, you can create a whole new bucket. I swear to God, they come in with a big bucket. I'm like, did any of this get into your face? Or did you just like throw it to the side of your face and hope that it hit? I don't understand.
I do that all the time.
Hey, it's no dub. Hey, Shellback, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Oh, and before I go, Snow, just know our rivalry isn't done yet. I've just been a little bit preoccupied with world domination.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon, though.
It takes you a few weeks to write a rap. I get it. It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I mean, if you want to try and spit out some rhymes, on your way out,
Yeah.
Bring it, Zod.
Lay it down. Give him a funky beat. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
You're on the spot.
I mean, I'm on the spot. I don't know if I can perform under pressure.
That's what she
that
said.
sounded. Oh yeah, I was just thinking that.
Nothing like a pressure cooker.
Yeah. Come on and rock the mic like a vandal. Come on.
The extreme.
Oh my goodness. All right. Let me see if I can come up with something from the top of my head. General Zod, not General Zed. I make these tracks bleed red. Snow Dub eats a lot of lead because he talks a lot of crap. I'll be the first one to smack him right back. This isn't a clapback or a response. Every time that I spit, it's more than an ounce. My shit is so legit that they have to have a brand new name. The Phantom Zone. That's where General Zod came from. I don't need no guns. I got laser beam eyes. Fuck what you heard. I know Snow Dub just despised the way that I put together these rhymes. I string them real sick. I'm real legit. I got a real long, can we say that on this channel? I'm just going to do a quick quip. I'm so legitimate with these nice ass flows. I let them know I'm a pro. You can call me Batman, yo. I just switch completely different characters on the dime. Look at this guy come through. It's a crime. I don't need no rhymes. I'm the Muhammad Ali. And you just heard it from the best. L-E-E.
Who?
I'll let you ponder over what L-E-E means. If you guys put that together, you'll know who General Zod is. All right. Anyways.
All right. On the next
Peace
one.
out, everyone. It's been real. Snow Dub, that's just a preview. Don't worry. I'll get back at you, though.
Yeah, I can't wait for his response.
I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.
Hey, Zod, how do you do the reverb?
What's that?
How do you do your reverb on your sound? Because StreamYard, you can't change the sound. How do you do that?
Oh, with my voice?
Yeah, the reverb in the background on your mic. Is that built into your mic?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So when
I thought it was just because he broadcasted from an empty ass dojo, but
that also contributes a lot to it too.
Zinger, 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 zinger.
All right, I'll see y'all later.
Yep. Take it easy. Thanks for coming.
Later, Zod.
Yeah, I would have
What's up,
kept back
Doug?
there, but I'd come a little more X-rated, so we'd have to wait till after 9 p.m.
Oh, we know how X-rated you are.
Congratulations, Shellback. I just want to pop in, give you some props. Getting ready for our show tonight, Ribbit and Bigot.
Yeah.
19 Fox was on last week.
Had a great time too.
Yeah, I was glad you're there, man. El Perro de Rovera, man. He was really creating a lot of problems. So I'm glad you were there to help protect us.
We're gonna get his ass. We're gonna track him down. We're gonna get him.
Get him.
That damn dog.
Right on, guys.
I really thought that you took him out down there in Mexico, but no.
Pet Cemetery.
Apparently he's a lot tougher than we thought.
Yeah, he got buried in a pet cemetery, the Indian burial ground. You don't want to go down there.
You certainly don't.
I thought there were only pet cemeteries in the state of Maine, but all right.
Yeah, the Mexican ones are pretty bad, I guess. They even have prostitute dogs and prostitute cats. It's horrible.
Damn.
Dun, 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 dun.
A hell of a life south of the border, boys. Hell of a life.
Just watch Rambo.
Just watch Rambo.
Yeah. Wow, that just gave a whole new meaning to getting some kitty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Comes in all forms, man. You can't discriminate.
We definitely don't discriminate over here. Although I am the bigot. Rookie, are you there? His mic's
He's
muted. Never-
muted, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom in a sec. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead and wipe your ass. My bad.
Yeah.
Be sure to wash your hands.
Thanks for letting us know. Yeah.
Especially before you make that Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
It's a good point. It's good habits to get into.
Yeah, I once told Rookie that you know, that I was gonna come down and visit him, and so he could make me a Subway sandwich, and he's like, negative. Well, he's like no. He's like, if friends come down to visit, we're gonna get a pizza.
Nothing
Yeah,
like
I don't
hole in
think
the
he-
wall pizza.
I don't think he wants any footage of him down there, spread on Twitter.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll actually find out what store he works in, and that way I can like walk in on him. And
I used to live in Vancouver
yeah.
back when I was in, I think, 5th grade.
Now he's Vancouver, Washington, not Vancouver, Canada, right?
No, Vancouver, Washington.
Right.
I went to Sacagawea Elementary School.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in Seattle, grew up in Everett, Smoky Point, that area, and then I went to high school on the east side of the state in Kashmir, Washington. It's like right after Leavenworth on Highway 2.
Wow, that's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
That I hit a deer just on this side of Leavenworth.
Did you say
I
something
was-
else? You had to check him?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that like Highway 2.
Oh, with your car. I thought you just walked up and just,
Yeah.
decked
No.
You're a badass man. I don't know. You probably just walk up to, like Blazing Saddles, walk up to a horse and just
Right.
take him out.
I mean, I
He was
probably
looking at me
could.
funny. I had to.
I probably
big was
could
the
do
deer?
that. It was just it was a small one. Thank God. I think my golf would have probably been totaled if it would have been like a big buck. But yeah, no, it was like on my side, the direction I was going in, it was a cliff, and then the other side was a rock face. So the thing had like jumped up onto the road, right, and realized it couldn't really go anywhere, and then it turned around, and then I hit it. So I obviously couldn't veer off to the right, or else it would have been like Thelma and Louise. Or if I would have tried to go any more left, I would have been head on collision with another vehicle. So plus the rock face. So but yeah.
Did you jump out and get the dying quivers?
Yeah. And that's the thing. I was like, I had pulled over, right? And I'm like trying to flag down cars, because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what to do, I'm like, I pulled out my phone, I was gonna try and call the freaking cops or something, and I wasn't getting like no damn signal at all, right? Which being up right in the middle of the freaking mountains like that, but so I'm like sitting there trying to flag people down, and of course everybody and their uncle's just driving on by, and then some like hippie-ish type dude in a old Subaru wagon pulls off and comes on over, and he's like, yeah, like the only thing we can do is pull it off to the shoulder and snap its neck, and you go on your way, and they're like, the game fish and game people make patrols, I guess, and looking for such things. So that's what we did. We drug her off to the side of the road, and he stepped on its neck, broke its neck, and
Damn.
you know, we were like, you know, we like did a little, you know,
Dance.
go with, you know, go with God type of thing, you know. And I got in the car and
Well, I mean,
and
Shellback,
left.
you were in the military. You didn't try
Yeah.
to save him. Splint the fracture, little mouth to mouth. He could have led a full life.
And you're supposed to get the dying quivers.
Yeah.
That's
No,
like tradition.
No, the deer was pretty unresponsive before we, you know, even did anything. So
You don't know what
You
the
can't
dying
let him
quivers
suffer.
are, do you?
I don't think. Yeah.
Does anybody here know what the dying quivers are?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, it's an old hunting thing. You see, I used to bow hunt, and what you do is, you know, you can hunt doe instead of just bucks with a bow. And so once you shot your doe, you run down to it, you know, right before it dies, and you stick your dick in it, and you get the last quivers right before she dies. It's called the dying quivers.
Little known.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we walked into that one.
You know, the thing is, I honestly would have expected something like that to come out of Kermit's mouth.
You're kidding, right? You do realize I'm the co-host of our show.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
we walked through that door on that one.
like out of the two of you though, I would have given him the nod on a
Right.
statement
Yeah.
like
No, I
that.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I got to surprise you once in a while. Throw a little shock value in there.
Shock and awe.
I mean, you know, I grew up country, but I didn't grow up that country. Okay.
Oh, you're missing out.
Yeah.
All right, the poop has passed.
Although if I did run across a rookie in the woods, I might tell him he's got a pretty mouth.
Oh, nice. Everything come out all right there, rookie?
Oh yeah, lots of shit.
So it ran smoothly. Good.
Oh yeah, it's a liquid kind. No, just kidding. Trying to gross y'all out. But you guys don't get grossed out by that. It's normal. Like, yeah, and go on. It's like, oh.
That's why you always get your sandwich toasted.
Yep. Oh yeah.
We gotta kill off any possible contamination. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I had a
Exactly.
question though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in reference to rap battling, so a bar, is that like the beginning of the rhyme and then to the end of the rhyme or something?
No.
Say a line.
A bar is a line. Okay, so yo, I'm rookie and I like to rap. That's one bar. And when I make a Subway sandwich, it tastes like crap. That's 2 bars. So when I say 8 bars, it's basically 8 lines in the rap, and it would equal out to 4 rhymes altogether. So that's why most rap songs you hear, a verse is usually 16 bars, which comes out to 8 total rhymes. So 16 lines, basically. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. So in my head, I was saying verse, but isn't verse like the whole 16?
Yeah, a verse is usually 16 bars.
Okay.
Sometimes it's 8, but usually 16.
I gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anybody else want to know about rap, or are we good?
I'm trying to find my rap.
Learn
battle
something new.
Well, I've actually had studio time, unlike that Zod guy that just left. So I have a little more know-how as far as how it goes down.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. You guys want to hear a couple bars from my streaming services versus DVD's rap battle?
Yeah, let's.
Outstanding.
All right, yeah. So I already recorded it, but I'm gonna, based on what Snow said, I should probably do it to a beat instead of just random. So It'll be a while before I release it. But anyway, so I'll just do random ones. So you guys don't know the order. This one's from the streaming services, though. It's like, you can watch on many devices. You can watch the way you please. Unlike you got to get up, walk forward, and get on your knees. He's dissing DVDs. And then a DVD one. Let's see. The difference between us is that you might have infinite selection, but as soon as the internet goes out, the ladies will flock back to my beautiful DVD collection. You require the internet and a strong connection. Man, that's stupid. I probably brought your mommy and daddy together. Call me Cupid. You don't even realize that I had you beat from the start. There's so much more to this. Even my case is a part to play. It's included in most homes as part of the display. How much wider can it get?
Better than me, brother.
Hasty
Better than me. Hey, Tim, I do need to take off, but it was good seeing everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Great.
man.
Again on 200, brother.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. And
Hey, Fox, what's your number at, too?
thanks for coming by.
I just rolled 300. I'm at 303 now.
300? All right.
Yeah.
Getting up there.
Yeah.
Getting big.
I'm at 109.
What's that?
I'm at 109.
Oh, we got to get you
All right,
up.
nice. You're gonna be the
Hey,
next 200, man.
It's been going pretty steadily. It's been rocking pretty good.
How long have you had your channel?
As a viewer, I've had my channel since probably 2013, maybe 2008. I can't remember which.
Well,
but April 19th was when I started uploading. About 5 months now.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty good then.
That was me. I had my
And
channel since I think 06, but I didn't really get sued.
I hit 100 a few days ago.
Sweet.
On the I think it was the 14th.
Awesome. Hey, I need to sub you. So as soon as I leave, I'll do that.
Cool. I believe I'm already subbed to you.
Cool. I appreciate it.
If not, post in KOTOR and I'll find you. And I'll I'm pretty sure I'm following you on Twitter too.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
real quick,
appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll be messaging you soon about something for to be in my next project. So.
Oh, outstanding.
Was that to both of us?
Well, I will involve a lot of people, but as of right now, I've got an idea for Fox. I'm gonna try to include a lot of people, and I'm not thinking of just one project. There's a couple of them, but yeah, I'll get in touch with you and Shellback and even Snow. I'm trying to think about Snow's part though. His will be different. I want Jolly to have a big part, but I have to think about it.
I still got to do that birthday bit for someone that we're not going to mention because it's a surprise, right?
Right. Yeah.
Rook does a pretty good.
Mum's the word.
Mum's the word.
Rook does a pretty good job of distributing the wealth when it comes to.
Oh,
project,
I mean,
project
goes
pieces.
above and beyond to recognize everyone, to let everybody, have a part in it. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love being a part of it, Rook.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, this next one, it's the only thing I'm pretty much allowing people to tell if they want to talk about it too is that I'm going to start filming it in February and hopefully release it by sometime next summer. So it's going to be that type of a big project. I can't even start it now. I'm still in the brainstorming, scripting phase, getting some equipment, what I might need for it, who's all going to be involved, how much they're going to be involved. Yeah.
Chris Knight's in the green room.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll go ahead and get out of here. Hey, once again, Tim, thanks. Congratulations, man.
Hey, thanks you for being
See y'all
there,
later.
brother.
Later, sexy Fox.
Later, Fox.
Peace out.
The dogs first. Wiener
Thank you,
dogs,
my friend.
wiener dogs, then devil dogs. Okay.
You see how you are? and
Hey,
then
here's
Fox
next
had to
edition.
run off.
Yep. How's it going, guys?
Man, I almost didn't recognize you without your shades.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
who's that guy?
14 or 13 hours, so they're somewhere around here.
Yeah, that's like doing 5 videos in 30 hours and getting 3 hours of sleep.
That's what I do a lot of times. Except I do about 3 on Monday, 1 or 2 on Wednesday. Just depends.
Yeah, when I went to sleep that day, man, I slept for about 8 hours, solid.
Yeah, I wish. 8 hours just doesn't happen for me right now. So dogs first, you say? Is
Wiener
that,
dog.
is that how you're gonna treat me, like a devil dog, a real one?
Well, specifically wiener dogs. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I used to. Have,
Well, you know, you are one, are you not?
I know, I understand that. I mean, I do understand, but I even understand the wiener dog thing because hey, I had one, and I miss my wiener dog so much. He was a great loyal companion who, I don't know, he was the craziest dog. I had a friend, or not me, but my ex-wife had a friend who would come over, and she would spend time at our house every once in a while. But when she sit down on the couch, my dog would literally jump up on the couch, jump up on the back of the couch, and then put his crotch right in her face. And then when she would leave, I'd look at my ex-wife and I'd say, well, you see, even the dog knows what type of girl she is. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
That's animal abuse.
oh, no. He was Randy. I'm telling you.
And let me guess, she took the dog with her.
No. Actually, it's kind of funny. The story about how I got the dog was that I was at an apartment, or not an apartment. I was at a house watching a house for, I don't know, it was quite a while actually, for a friend of mine who was deployed, and I lived there. Before I was married to my ex-wife, we lived there, had my son there, and her friend would stay over quite a bit. But their friend came over one day on a Sunday while I was gone to work, and I guess dropped the dog off. I come home early in the morning because I was working really late nights at the time, and there's this dog, and I walk in and I'm like, what dog, where, how? And they're like, oh, our friend Austin dropped the dog off and asked us if we could watch it until he gets back from church. I looked at both of them and I said, really? I said, Austin, that's the guy that travels on the road, has a place here, but rarely home. They're like, oh yeah. And I said, okay, so you just decided to keep a dog then? They're like, well, we're not going to keep him. I said, yeah, you are. And they're like, why? I says, he never goes to church, and you know that. 2-3 weeks later, they couldn't get a hold of him. The dog's still there. So I tried to give the dog to my dad, who needed a lap dog. This dog was not a lap dog. I mean, he was, but he was just too hyper for my dad. So after a few months, we got him back. And so, he was with my kids for a long time. And when my ex-wife legally kidnapped my kids for 3 months or more, whatever it was, he died while they were gone. And that's probably the biggest thing. I should have put him down. I should have had him euthanized because he was getting in pretty bad health. But I was just hoping that my ex-wife would be nice enough to let me see my kids within that time. But that didn't happen. So I ended up burying him. Basically, I planted a tree and buried him. So they know where he's at. And, that's good. So sorry to bring it down.
Yeah. I was gonna say, way to celebrate there, Chris. Way to celebrate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, now you just depressed 23 wiener dogs. Way to go.
He's now in heaven with all the dogs that are in heaven.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we all know all dogs go to heaven.
Well, they do. Dogs don't do anything wrong. Just guys, admit it. If you could lick your balls too, you would. I'm just kidding.
No, that's true. That's actually true.
And we'd never leave the house.
Come on, Snow Dub, and we know you got something to say about that.
Yeah, no, that's true. I would definitely lick myself if I could actually reach. It's not that flexible.
Speaking of
extra ribs.
Speaking of snowballs, what do you think about Woody Harrelson's character Tallahassee having such a dislike for snowballs in the original Zombieland?
He wanted a Twinkie.
They are pretty disgusting. To be honest. You ever had one?
Overuse of coconut.
Yeah, a little too much coconut, a little too much marshmallow for my liking. But I do like the Tiger Tails, which is basically a Twinkie with some coconut shavings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are okay. But yeah, snowballs, not so much. But the ladies like my snowballs. I haven't had very many complaints there. They're a little more fun with the carrot stick.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Yeah.
You have so many ways to pleasure, don't you? Yes, ladies must really love you.
Yeah. Well, I am kind of cold though. That could be a problem.
Some women are into that kind of thing, though.
Right. I've met a few cold ones myself. Some real ice cold bitches, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Shell, I just wanted to come on here, Tim, and congratulate you on 200. That's a big accomplishment, and we're all in this together, so it's always a good thing to see people moving up and doing that. So, what are you at right now?
What's that?
What are you at right now?
What am I at right now? I don't know, 208, 209. Something.
Just keep going, and it's the same thing I do. Every day I get on there. I was stuck there for a little bit, and then it started kicking back in again. I think I don't know this for sure, but I know that it seems like 200 to 300 went a little faster than 100 to 200. So for sure, keep up what you're doing, and anytime you want to do a stream or anything, I'm there.
Yeah. No, I guess I actually have a full 10 fingers on, as you like to say.
Yes, indeed.
At least that's what it's telling me right now.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I like to have all the hands on the cliff right there, just getting up over it. But yeah, so. That's why I jumped on. The dog stories were a plus and a bonus for you guys. Listen, if there's going to be somebody that can come up with a crazy story, it's going to be me. Unfortunately, they're true.
Well, I mean, somebody with an ego like yours, it's to be expected.
It's locked up right now, I think. Check Couture. Make sure.
Your ego just randomly pops up in the KOTOR chat.
He does. Yeah, he's threatening to. He's getting a little tired of being locked up, so he's threatening to remerge. Might let him. Might. See. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Snow, Bear, Rook. Good to see you guys.
Hey, same.
All right, man. Take it easy, guys.
Thanks for coming, man.
All right, man.
Oh, whoa! Wait a minute. We lost Frank too, I guess.
Yeah, his signal is not always the best.
Yeah. I'm surprised mine. I'm surprised mine is holding up as good as it is. But seeing as how such crappy weather there is out right now. But
what crappy weather in Washington State? No.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty much how it's been. The last
It's only been raining for the last 2 days straight.
Yeah,
that's why I moved to Arizona. I got sick of having mold growing on one side of me.
Yeah, and pine needles on the other. But yeah, no, it's I think this is basically like day number 3 of wetness. But
yeah, I think it's actually eased up down here a little bit. A little bit of a rain break. Then it comes back.
Yeah. Oh, so we've actually been doing pretty good without really discussing much of the stuff that I wrote down to possibly talk about. But I hold on here. Where's the button? All right. So I got some old school classic movies here, and if like
We can bet if I've seen them or not.
we got Howard the Duck. Have you seen Howard the Duck?
It's been
What do you
years.
Yeah, that one was actually, as dumb as it is, I found it entertaining.
Right. Oh wait. He's back. And I also have the original Jumanji, the first Jumanji. And I got Gremlins, the original Gremlins. And I got the Goonies. All right. And Coming to America. Got that. And I've also got Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2. So
there's more than one.
All kinds of 80s movies you got there.
Whole bunch of good movies when entertainment was entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk amongst yourselves, guys, for just a moment. Hold on.
We got you, Shellback.
You guys see the Joker?
I
Not
have
yet.
not seen it yet. No.
I've heard nothing
Finally,
but good things.
Something I've seen that you guys haven't.
I know. Crazy.
Yeah, it's I highly recommend it. It's the kind of movie where it's like I don't want to see it, but I'm glad I saw it, and it's a good movie. But it's like not the kind that I would be like, hey, I want to put this on. But it's good. You pretty much, it makes you stay focused. Like you pretty much follow him the entire movie.
All right. Occupational hazard of living in a transition facility with like 50 some odd other people. You have to answer random questions and stuff. so I'm like in I'm in the quote unquote quiet room, I guess. And one of those that stays here was in search of a pump, an air pump for a bicycle. So yeah.
Kind of hard to ride a bicycle with a flat tire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's the front one, you can get away with it. But you generally have to be. You generally have to do things. But anywho, I think I've come up with an idea on a giveaway, because I bought these movies to give away to people that tuned into this, and I was like, I thought about doing that, and but which I don't know. I guess he's still busy with the family or something like that. But Jay, drunk 3PO, I sent him an invite to come in here, but he may have run across some other family stuff or something. But no big deal. You know, I'm not gonna hold it against him. But anyway, do is anybody that in the chat, which I was kind of hoping we'd have more than we do now. Which maybe I'll put it out on Twitter as well.
Yeah, you put it out, I'll tweet you.
Anyway, whoever's left in here now, if you saw any of those movies, which I'll list in the chat. But if you DM me on Twitter, and with some proof that you donated, and it doesn't matter how much, but just DM me on Twitter of you making some sort of donation to Drunk 3PO's charity, his kids charity that he does, and then tell me which one of those 6 movies that you'd like to have. I'll send it to you. So,
all right, sounds like a good deal.
I mean, you know, I realize all the all 6 of these movies are something that you could go to the store, yourself and pay less than whatever you decide to donate. But well, hopefully, but just go, just go give a little something to the kids, and then send me some sort of snapshot or something, and then I'll send you whatever movie you want, and first come, first serve. So the first half dozen people to do that are the ones that are going to get them. So
cool.
Hey, did you guys know that? Have you heard of Extreme DVD?
No.
Well, Terminator Judgment 2 came out with an Extreme DVD, and I found it in the $3.80 bin at Walmart, and it's got the theatrical and it's got the director's cut.
Oh wow,
I couldn't believe it. I never even heard of it, never even heard no advertisements for it.
Huh. Well, you got it for a good deal then.
Oh yeah, and it's like Extreme DVD in the $3 bin. So I've been checking out the $3 bin, $5 bins, and I've been finding some gems every now and then.
See, Walmart's good for something.
Good for something, bad for a whole bunch of others.
But I'm going to say real quick, Shellback, congratulations, my friend. I got to jump off here. I got a bunch of dogs that are going to go nuts, so I'm going to have to mute again. But I'm going to bounce. Keep up the excellent work. I know you're always busy, but it's always good to catch you on other streams and see your work, my friend.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming by.
Hey, thanks for having me. Rookie, as always, a pleasure. You take care. Snow Dove.
Hell yeah, you too, man. See you around, Adam.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Right on, man. Later.
Later on.
So what?
Yeah, I probably have to drop the next Shellback. I gotta go. I gotta run the kid around here, do some errands. But just want to pop in, say congrats, man. But it's never about the subs, man. It's about your audience. Don't forget that. Everybody always talks about get to the next level of subs, but if you ain't got an engaging audience, then it doesn't really matter if you got 200 or 1,000, because some guys that got a lot of subs, nobody's watching. And then some people that have not very many subs, everybody's watching. So it's all about the people that you keep around you, man. Good people like yourself and Bear here and Rookie and a lot of the other guys that popped in the panel, man. So keep on pushing, brother.
Yes, sir.
Ditto to that.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, Rookie and Shellback, if you want to join me tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do a football stream for 30, 45 minutes, talk some Seahawks and some of the other teams. I kept slacking this week, so I needed to do it. I want to do it before the game tomorrow, so probably like 9, 10 tomorrow.
Hey, are they still broadcasting the games on the NFL app?
I think so.
Because I have it actually installed on my Android TV box. I got rid of Hulu, and I don't know if I'm going to get it back, being that Disney bought it.
Yeah, I don't blame it.
I got to give that some serious consideration.
Yeah.
If I do get it back, it's because my kids like to watch some certain things on that's only on Hulu.
Makes sense.
Oh, you got to work tomorrow, huh, Rookie? All right. No big
Yeah,
deal,
we're
man.
tomorrow morning. Yeah.
All good. Well, go Hawks anyway, huh?
Yeah. I'm not the biggest footballer, but I can bullshit some conversation. That's for sure. Football.
I like to watch every now and then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm always a Hawks fan. I had to grow up watching those guys lose a lot, so it's nice to see them win once in a while now.
Hell yeah.
Well, I love the Hawks too, being I'm a Washingtonian, but there are certain teams I like to watch play because of the rivalry. Bay Packers playing the Steelers, that's just like the ultimate game to watch. They hate each other.
Kind of like Bears and Lions.
Right. Always
they always show up
interesting.
on Thanksgiving. You always see one of those three teams: the Packers, Bears, or Lions on Thanksgiving. It's guaranteed.
Yep. Always an interesting game. Of course, it ain't as interesting as it was when I was a kid. Knockout brawls on the field and stuff like that. Then you don't see a lot of that no more.
No, definitely not.
You don't see teams rushing into the fields no more, beating on each other.
No, and you don't see receivers like you see anymore either. Like my favorite player is Steve Largent, and I think of the amazing catches that he had to make because they didn't have pass interference calls like that back then. So he had to put his body out there all the time, and you just
Walter
don't see those kind of
Payton.
catches anymore. Yeah,
Walter Payton. Yeah. He was my idol growing up. I was a Walter Payton fan at 5.
Payton was the man.
Oh, yeah.
85 Bears rap.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was just a little kid, but I remember it. It's cool. Everybody had Jim McMahon T-shirts too.
The Super Bowl shuffle.
Yep.
And I kind of miss Jim McMahon because he was mouthy in a funny kind of way.
Well, that team was dynamic. At least that year it was.
Man.
And Refrigerator
Iron
Perry.
Mike.
Yeah.
Coach. Mike Ditka.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Has he made it into the Hall of Fame yet?
I don't think so.
That's a shame because they need to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Don't quote me on that though. I don't know for sure. I know Peyton's in there. I think the Fridge is in there now. Perry.
Oh wow!
If I remember right, they put him in a couple years ago. Because he had, a lot of those guys passed away. Perry's gone. Peyton's gone. McMahon's still around. I don't think they're going to put him in. Yeah, I can talk football all night, guys. I got to run though. I got all these kids pulling on my tail here. So, but tune in to Ribbit Bigot show tonight. If you guys want to see that, be 9:00 on Kermit's channel.
Yeah, I'll check you out. I had
to.
I had to actually install older YouTube app on my phone because the new updated one is not working.
That's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, it would load and the little spinny circle would just spin and nothing would load. So I uninstalled it and had to install the older one from the very end of September.
That's weird.
Because I use the app a lot because I have a lot of keywords saved, and it saves me time when it comes to chat.
Yep.
And it's just,
I don't know. I've had fairly good luck with my Galaxy 10. I picked up the latest Samsung phone, and I've been able to use StreamYards on it when a lot of people haven't been able to do it through their phone. So I've been impressed.
yeah, I have Galaxy S8 active. They started producing that phone for T-Mobile in November of 2017, and it comes ready for 5G, actually.
Huh.
And because I get signal and service where most people don't. I'll have service, and my brother-in-law, he's got a smartphone that ain't even getting signal, and I got great signal.
Huh.
So yours came with what OS did yours come with? 9?
I believe so,
9?
yeah.
Yeah, because I just got the Android 9 update, and I had to change a whole bunch of stuff around because they love to give you white menus. Middle of the night, open up a white menu, all of a sudden you're blind. You can't see nothing.
Yeah, I changed mine all to black.
Yeah.
Much easier, especially at night. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this 10. It's worked pretty well. Not a big iPhone fan, so been sticking with the Androids. Yeah.
I used to be a Nokia phone. They pretty much got shut out of the market. They pretty much
Oh, the
lost their
first
way.
phones that ever came out from Nokia were some of the best phones there were. I mean,
Oh yeah,
those things were like,
the N8, the Nokia N8,
Yeah.
the best smartphone ever.
oh, I'm talking about the old school ones. Back when
Oh, those, yeah. Oh yeah.
the screen was green. It was black and green or whatever. Yeah,
I had
the
a
first.
black and silver Nokia. You could throw it against a brick wall, put it back together, or make a phone call.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep. They don't make them like they used to.
Dropped it in water, took it apart, the compressor blew it out. Ringer stopped working, but it still worked.
Yeah, I know. I had one that still turned on like 10 years later. I remember I'd pull it out of a box and be like, man, does this thing still work? Yep, turned on. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Nowadays, you get a phone battery. I was going to say the batteries don't last more than about 20 minutes.
Yeah, you know the old B9 batteries they took? They're using those batteries for D-pads now. Rechargeable
really?
D-pads.
Funny.
Because my old Nokia had a I think it was a B9 type battery, and I found it, and it's like, well, battery's still good, and I noticed it fits. I got like 4 D-pad TV boxes, and I discovered, well, hey, it still works. So that's what they're using those old Nokia batteries for. They're using them for D-pads.
I'll be damned.
Because a while back, I learned how to install Android OSs from laptop to the box. And
oh, nice. A little more
pretty
suave
complicated
on that stuff than I am. Yeah.
Well, I learned it. I had to learn it from scratch because I bought a $100 Android box that had it was the newest, biggest RAM size. It had 4 gigabytes of RAM, and talk about lightning fast. But it screwed up. Something messed up. So I had to go find the firmware. Then I had to flash the firmware onto it. And because basically, if your firmware, if it doesn't match, it just won't work. It'll crash. It'll do all kinds of weird stuff. But I happen to, because it takes rock chip, which is different from the other ones. It's a processor. But I installed it, and I'm looking at it right now on the TV screen because it's a whole learning curve.
Huh.
Once you learn it, it's pretty easy, but you can run into all kinds of problems.
Right. Well, I got into updating those little systems they've been selling. They sold what's it called? A little Super Nintendo Mini. Remember those?
Yeah.
They had the NES Mini. Now they have the PlayStation 1 out. Well, I figured out how to download a bunch of games onto them, and at first it was like kind of complicated, but once you figure it out, it was easy. And now I got over
You
100
figured out how to
games.
cycle games?
Yeah, I got like over 100
That's
Super
amazing.
Nintendo games. Yeah. Yeah, it only came with 30 or something like that, and I was like, "Fuck that! I want some of my favorite games on here." So I started looking around on how to hack it, and sure as hell, man, there was a couple ways to do it, and it was pretty awesome. Next thing I want to do
That
is
sounds
get a
more
PlayStation.
complicated than OSs. You're talking about manipulating code, right?
Yeah, well, you just download a program. You got to find it. I can't remember exactly what it was called. There's a certain program, and then each file you pick up and have it converted over into your Super Nintendo. It's pretty easy, actually. I think I watched a couple of YouTube videos on it to make me do it. So it's been a couple of
Yeah,
years
there
since I
was-
did the last one. I got to remember how to do it now.
Yeah, there's a few YouTubers on there that talk about Android TV boxes and all that. And they talk about these, the quote unquote TV apps. And it's like, stop talking about the TV apps. It's like spilling beans, loose lips, sink ships,
Right.
It's like, yeah, don't do that.
Speaking of which, I got to figure out my free way I'm going to watch The Mandalorian. I'll find a way. I know I will.
Well,
'Cause I ain't paying for that Disney service. Hell no.
I'll send you a DM with some info.
Yeah, do that for sure. Definitely.
'Cause,
But yeah,
I
I got to
got-
roll, guys. Kid's pissed off. I got to go. Thanks, Shellback. Sorry,
Kid's
I took
giving you
over his train.
giving you the stink eye.
Yeah, he's hungry. All right, guys. I'll talk to you
All right.
later. Have a good night.
I appreciate
Later on,
you.
man.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll. Get her check.
And if that don't work, duck.
But yeah, that's I've just been trying to see if there was any more people going to be stopping by. But
So what'd you think of the new
You're,
Jumanji movie?
well, let's see. Trying to think what well, the new one hasn't come out yet, right?
No, he said the new one with The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the
They're gonna have another
the
one?
next one, yeah, it's
Well, he's referring to the one that's on DVD.
yeah. Oh no, I saw. Yeah, I saw it. I'm trying to remember whether or not it was one of the ones I saw in the. I want to say I saw it in the theater. So yeah. But, yeah,
Chance to see it in the theater, but as soon as it was out in Voodoo, I got it. I bought the Jumanji bundle, the both old and new.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, no, I liked it. And in fact, I think I surprised somebody once upon a time when I informed them that the redhead chick, that's kind of dressed up like Lara Croft. I can't remember what her.
Oh yeah,
character's name.
the Doctor Who actress.
Yeah,
She's-
but
she's Scottish.
No.
The redhead.
No, not Doctor Who.
She played in Doctor Who originally.
Yeah, Amelia Clark.
No, that's a different chick. The one she played Nebula. She played Nebula on the Avengers movies. The Doctor Who chick is somebody else.
No, that's the Doctor Who chick, Nebula. She played in Doctor Who. She's the redhead.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I guess she might have. I don't know. The last time I watched Doctor Who, it was what, Peter Capaldi or something.
Yeah, she was Matt Smith's.
I thought you were saying
friend.
that she was Doctor Who, and I'm like, oh no, that's a different.
No.
Chick. Yeah. Oh, all right. Like what was she just like? What did she do? I mean, was she like the main sidekick or something?
Yeah, she was a companion to Matt Smith's Doctor. He was the Matt Smith. That was 11th Doctor, I believe.
That's okay. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I'm very very limited on Doctor
Yeah.
Who.
Matt Smith was after
was
David
that,
Tennant's Doctor.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know, but the people I've talked to, it seems like he's the favorite. The David Tennant.
Yeah, he's my favorite. I like Matt Smith too, though. But the only one that's more favorite of mine is Tom Baker, but David Tennant, damn close for me. But Matt Smith, I like him too.
I honestly would have to see that guy. I have no idea who he is.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Doctor Who come to Netflix.
Nope.
It'd be nice if it would.
I think it'd probably go to Hulu before Netflix.
Probably right.
If anything. But I don't know.
Because what is it that there's a BBC show that's on Netflix. It's not the Viking show.
I have no idea.
Okay, I'm looking at Matt Smith now. I think I've seen him, but I really don't know who he is though. What about the Viking show?
I'm looking it up now. Yeah, it is a really popular show, and I believe it's after it's done. See, they put it on Netflix because I've mostly watched it on Netflix. I've got a lot in my list. I haven't watched it in a while. I'm waiting for the name to pop on.
Yeah. No,
But it shows the early England. King Alfred. It shows some of the stuff that was happening back then. I just can't remember the name. Last Kingdom. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Last Kingdom. Well, it was a BBC show, and they were doing it with BBC, and it was a cross between. But now it's considered a Netflix series. I'm looking at the info.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
There's 3 seasons. And I haven't started watching season 3. It's a good show. It's called The Last Kingdom, and it's on Netflix. Only started on the BBC. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's
That's
definitely back in that genre. Bronze Age. The early beginnings of the Iron Age, where iron swords were becoming more used. My ancestors, Celtic tribesmen, they were the first to have iron swords. They were the ones that held all those secrets for forging iron swords.
Pretty badass.
My ancestors used to fight naked with blue mud on their bodies. Old Celtic ancestry on my dad's side. Call them crazy people in a good way.
Yeah. Was it led by Mel Gibson by any chance?
Actually, the blue paint in Braveheart, I'm pretty sure that was an embellishment. I could be wrong, but historically, I don't think it's very accurate. But my Celtic ancestors in Scotland, back in Rome came there. We used to fight our enemies naked with blue mud.
You'd be like, "Ew, don't get it near me," and then run away.
Hey, if you see a crazy red bearded crazy man with a long sword, as long as you are almost, naked, screaming, hollering, running at you with a sword, you're gonna turn around and run the other way.
Most likely.
It scared the hell out of the Romans when they came to Albion.
Yeah, I bet.
By the way, Albion's original. It's the original name of the island of Great Britain.
I want to say that back then they were called Picts.
Well, yeah, there's some Pictish influence for sure. You got the Picts, you got the Celts. It was a whole bunch of different peoples that were pretty close to one another. Mostly fought each other at times too.
Well,
until the Romans came.
I want to say that the Picts became the Celts or something along those lines.
Have you ever heard of a book called Sarum?
No.
It's by Morgan Llewellyn, and it's about the history from the breaking of the Ice Age in Great Britain. And you'll find a whole bunch of old. It's like London was called Londonium. A whole bunch of differences in names and the way they're pronounced, stuff like that. If you haven't read it, you got to get that book and read it. It's fascinating. The book's called Sarum.
Yeah, you'll have to like tweet me on it or something.
Oh, it's a great book. Morgan Llewellyn's the author. She also wrote the book called Bard, and most of her books, basically are based off of archaeological evidence, archaeological discoveries, and stuff. And so.
All right, but I'm gonna head out. Shellback.
All right, man. No, not before I bring in
back. Oh no.
the other the Northwest connection here. But sorry, dude. I just like I don't know how long you've been sitting there, but I just now saw you. So.
Probably.
Oh, what happened? What? Are you
Okay.
having troubles?
There I am. Yeah,
There
no, I
you
was
are.
actually trying to jump onto YouTube and like shout at you in the comments because I didn't think you saw me.
Yeah. Well, I like I said, I don't know. Did you hop right into the panel, the stream yard, or?
Yeah. So StreamYard is like
Yeah.
if the host doesn't notice that there's somebody back there, then we're not going to get on. So
Mhm.
that's
Yeah,
why I
well,
was
like I said, I just saw you, so I don't know how long you were sitting there. So
I came in right around Braveheart blue paint, and
Mm.
actually I am Scottish and Irish, and that topic is quite close to my heart. My
Oh,
Braveheart.
near and
But yeah,
dear.
yeah, and I've seen you
Clan
around,
McDonald.
Bear. Yeah, I've seen you around, Bear. This is probably the first time that I've interacted with you directly, so good to meet you.
I think we've did some Twitter interacting. I think. Some
Oh
chat.
yeah, I definitely saw you in the DMs. So it's good
Yeah,
to know
and
that.
just word to the wise. On the when we're in StreamYards and we're on the panel, on the private chat, when there's someone puts a chat in there, a little number will pop up.
yeah, I'm
And I've noticed that when someone will leave a chat in there, a little number will pop up. That's how you can tell.
Yeah, I seen that. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm trying to do this and then go to the Twitter and
Well, you got to work both hands and both
see if
feet at the same
everybody,
time. And I did sincerely want to say congratulations, Shell. I don't know if you
appreciate
guys
it.
know, but like Shell and I live like relatively close to each other, as does Rook, but not as close. So
Yeah. Shell and I we
yeah.
met yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to go down to his neck of the woods, and I'm like, hey, you want to meet up for a minute? And so,
yeah, and Shell's a good dude. We palled around and went to some comic books. So it was a good time.
There is a huge comic book store right by me. I'm talking big, giant, huge. And it just sits there and hides. And I'd never even noticed it before until about a couple of years ago. Definitely a good place to meet up at. Hint, hint.
Yeah. On that note, again, congrats, Shellback. You're going to be at 400 in no time. Nice to meet you, Bear, and I see you again.
You as well.
Coil. Yep.
Well, and like I said, I'm wanting us to hit up that Jet City Comic-Con the week
like in a week or two, ain't it?
It's the last weekend of the month, like the 27th through the 29th or something like that.
Yeah, I can't guarantee, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Where's it
at?
at?
We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
It's in Tacoma.
Oh yeah.
The convention center, I think, is what it said.
Yeah, I actually did a video a couple of months ago. American Ninja Warrior took place in Tacoma. So my buddy from Fan Strike came down and competed in that, and it was pretty decent. Well, I didn't get to say goodbye to Rook, so if you're still listening, Rook, goodbye.
Yeah, Rook. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, him and
You just
Shellback.
Boop, gone.
Yeah, him, Shellback, and I met up recently, and we went and saw what was that? Hobbs and Shaw. Did you see that there?
I haven't seen it yet. I've been hearing some good things about it.
I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be a total meathead, speed addiction, jack off fest, but there was actually a couple of moments where it caught you in the feels.
Really?
Yeah, dude. There was this big whole like, yay Samoa, but like you got this sense of family from it, and you didn't necessarily have to be Samoan to fucking feel that shit. So, yeah, dude. Pretty cool.
Well, I'm gonna have to get going here because I gotta get my stepdaughter back, and it's coming up on 5:30. If you're gonna be here, I'll come back.
Bad duty's important, man. Handle your shit.
Yeah, so I'll be back because it's right down the road. And Shellback, if you're still alive, I'll be right back. About 30 minutes or so.
Right on.
So hey,
Yeah.
hail to the Phantom Menace, and it was nice meeting all you guys and talking with you.
Hell
Hail
yeah.
to the chat. Lurch
Yeah.
Troll was saying some things in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of the William Wallaces, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I was, oh man, when I seen that movie, I was 21.
When it first came out?
Maybe. No, I was younger
Okay.
than that. I was 19,
Well, I was,
19, 20. And,
yeah, I was 14, and it fucking affected me. Did it have the same impact for you, Bear?
Oh man, huge. I went and seen that movie when it was in the theater like 5 times.
Yes.
And the 5th time, me and my friend went and we took some hallucinogens. That was freaking
Did you see the airplane that flew over?
I missed that.
Yeah,
If
there's a
there
real famous
was.
blooper. Yeah, there was a real famous blooper that like an airplane flies over in the middle of their battle, but you don't realize it because everything's so like intense and
So
epic.
intense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just picked it up on Vudu, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, you can go do a Google search and they'll show you the exact frame and timestamp and all that kind of stuff. But
Oh wow.
I really remember because I think it came out in like 94, 95, somewhere in that time frame. I was in school at that point. I was junior high school. And I remember going to school the next day and like looking at everybody and be like, nobody has any fucking idea about history or about what just happened, you know? And for me personally, there were 2 points in that movie that really got to me. The first one was when he realized that Robert the Bruce had betrayed him, and he fell to his knees and he was like, what the fuck am I even doing? And he was about ready to die. And Robert Bruce put him on the fucking horse and sent him away. And then the other time was when he was actually dying and he looked out in the crowd and he saw his wife, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, God damn this movie, something in my eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it choked me up.
That
man,
movie
big time.
made me angry in so many ways, but it was okay. Anger was good stuff.
Well, I think we're all
I actually experienced an Englishman on a Greyhound back in '98.
Nice.
And oh, his hatred was there because, you know, I'm red-haired, long-haired, bearded. I mean, I look like I'm straight out of the Highlands. I'm the 2nd generation outside the Highlands on my dad's side of the
I lied.
family. And this guy looked at me and he started to say something. And I looked at him. I go, look, don't start. I'll finish it.
Well, yeah.
And I gave him dagger eyes. And I go, if you're smart, you'll turn around, face the other way. Don't talk to me. Unless you got something nice to say.
There's something resonant in the genetics, I think, because watching Braveheart, even with all its historical inaccuracies, you feel it. You feel like we were repressed and we fought back and we had our moment in the sun and England did what it did. So fuck England. Let's go and stake out our own little square of patch of earth, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And Scots in particular are responsible for so much advancement in literature and modern thought, for that matter.
Oh yeah.
We got Jesse, King of Idiots.
Hey,
Jesse.
What's
up?
Hey, I better pop out and I'll be back here in a little bit.
Right
Sounds
on.
good.
So hail to the Phantom Menace. I'll be back in a few.
If we're not here, then it was good having you.
Well, hey, thanks for having me, Shellback. Congratulations.
But yeah, you can check anyway.
Alrighty.
All right.
Hail.
Hail. Thanks for coming.
Hail. Shellback, man, how you been, brother?
What's going on, Jess?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Are you
awesome.
comfortable?
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. I'm actually using my phone. I haven't done the StreamYard from the phone yet, though. So this is quite new. But I heard it was a thing, and wanted to make sure that I was able to be heard and all that crap. Not that people want to hear me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Congratulations on 200, man! Happy birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it. You know, like I've said a few times, you know, I don't quite understand it, you know, because I mean, there's
it's a different interface, man. So it takes
there's
some getting
well,
used to.
you know, I part of it is I think of people like you, Coil. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're grinding it big time. You know, I mean, to me, you know, when I see your stuff and the amount of stuff you put out, you know, you're just, you know, putting me to shame, and you don't have, you know, I'm not sure what your sub count is right now, but
I just broke 140.
it ought to be 240 or 340. I mean, I should be trailing you, dude. You know, honestly.
I appreciate the sentiment. I'm trying to spend that as I'm the best YouTube channel that nobody has heard about. So if I can get Jesse to subscribe, then that's one more.
Am I not subscribed?
Are you?
I'm not, man. I freaking subscribe to anybody that wants a subscription. I'll lose track of them after a while. I'm not gonna lie.
But
I am a sub, ring the bell, leave a comment, help a nigga out.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, you in the DM thing on Twitter, post your link, and I'm gonna go sub to it if I haven't subbed already.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You got it, man. You got it.
You're in Stevens, right?
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
Okay,
Coyle?
good talk.
Is he?
I think he died.
I don't know.
Are you still alive?
He's not muted.
He
I
don't
might
know.
have been having technical difficulties.
Oh, it's
But,
okay. Well, the show will go on in the meantime.
I saw, you know, our buddy Jay, you know, he which I didn't see him when he was in the, you know, in the chat, the public chat or whatever. So like I was like scrolling through and I'm like, oh crap, you know, I'm like Drunk was here. And then so, you know, that's when I got on and was like, you know, messaging you and him both, you know. I'm like, hey, you guys coming on or and apparently he's still on the road or something. So
I think he was traveling. He travels quite a bit. But yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing today. I haven't been able to talk to him. I know that he and I are going to Halloween Horror Nights on Monday over here at Universal. Yeah. And so we're going to go over there and hang out and stuff. And it's going to be a good time. But I know that like freaking when you have two daughters like me and there are freaking dance classes 2 days a week and also teach guitar lessons 2 days a week. Oh, your days start running together and you just forget what the heck's going on. And so today was my day to get my house ready. I had to buy a new faucet for my kitchen sink, getting ready to try to remodel our bathroom in the next month or two. And it was just, it was one of those days where it makes you want to take a nap after you're able to sit down for a little bit.
Right.
I play guitar too, man. What kind of stuff do you play?
So I have, I taught myself when I started playing, I started piano when I was really young, and then it transitioned to trombone, and I played jazz trombone for like 9 years. But in the middle of playing jazz trombone, I picked up guitar, and that stuck with me. So in high school, I taught myself how to play acoustic guitar, strictly Dave Matthews Band. I mean, nice. I was humongous into Dave Matthews Band, and I taught myself how to play a lot of his songs, and then I finally there was this website that was there. It was called dmbtabs.com. It was great, but they had every song that he played the exact way he played them, And so I
A lot
bought
of
a
people
couple
don't
of
realize. A lot of people don't realize how technical of a guitar player David Matthews is, because he's doing
Man.
all. I mean, he plays the crazy chords, but he does the slides and the transitions and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I read that. I printed every single song out and read them religiously. I bought like 4 or 5 of his live CDs so that I could watch his hands and stuff. And so that ended up being what kind of made me a decent guitarist, because I transitioned that, and then I started playing electric. I'm not like a big lead guitarist on electric. I don't wail out all over the place and stuff, but I add some rhythm to it and everything along those lines.
What kind of electric guitar do you play?
So I have here, give it. So I have a few different guitars, and my pride and joy is that I've got 2 pride and joys, and I'll show them off to you here just one second. Got my family in here watching TV and all that. So these are my jams right there. There's my little mini bass. This one custom made. There's not a single one of them like that in the world.
Looks like a Telly.
Yeah, it does. It's got a Telly body. That's my acoustic guitar right there.
Is that a Guild?
That's my dog.
That's a guest star.
That's the guest star.
How you doing, sweetie?
Gibson Les Paul.
Yes.
Ibanez, and then I've got a Ibanez Articore and a Washburn Millennium Edition over there. And those
That's
are my
awesome. What do you use for
jams.
amplification?
I have a Line 6 amp. It's hanging out about right over there. And the electric side, I'm not as big of an electric guitarist, even though I have more electric guitars than I do acoustic. But the Line 6 amp, I am sold on Line 6 material, man. I love Line 6.
See, here's something that's probably gonna, which I think I've told Coyle about this before, but it's probably still gonna make both of you cringe a little bit. So I have, and it's on the other side of the country right now, and chilling out at in my mother's apartment. But I have ownership of a 1953 Martin acoustic.
Wow.
And I still only know how to play like a few notes of Smoke on the Water on one string.
Well, why don't you FedEx that to yourself, and then we'll meet up, and I'll teach you how to play stuff on your
that's the
amazing
thing, though.
fucking Martin.
That's the thing, though. I'm so scared to like transport it any other way than going and getting it myself. You know,
I get that.
Because I mean,
I guess
for sure.
Not
when Star
only
Wars
is it,
Celebration is held in your mom's hometown, then we'll definitely get down there.
well,
So
I
I'm going
don't-
to tell you. I'll tell
Go
y'all
ahead.
something that'll make you super jealous. So, excuse me. And so I started giving guitar lessons to this guy. There's a vape bar down the street. I used to vape a little bit from time to time, and this vape cafe would ask me to come in and play for them every so often, do some gigs, and so when I went in there, the guy that was the manager was like, "Man, listen, Jesse, I would love for you to teach me how to play guitar." I said, "Yeah, sure, fine." He never pulled the trigger on it until finally about a month ago. He said, "I'm ready. Here's the thing. I can't pay you. I need to barter with you." So that makes people
Sweet.
cringe. You're like, "What are you gonna do? Like, give me a dozen eggs or something?" I don't.
Yeah,
What are we
a couple
talking?
of cows and like his youngest daughter, and then
is that a pig?
I'll guarantee Satriani kind of status.
Well, he sends me a picture, and it was that Gibson Les Paul. He
The
gave
black
me
one on
a
the wall?
Gibson. He gave me a Gibson Les Paul as trade for guitar lessons. He's never played a day in his. He's played a little bit, but he's not. He's a very, very basic beginner, and he wants to play acoustic. And he's pretty well off. He was like, "You can have it," and I was like,
Wow.
Okay, sold. And it is amazing. I love that guitar, man. Love it.
And so you probably taught him like green sleeves and the C major scale, and
I'm just trying to teach him how to keep rhythm on his right hand for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like right hand first, left hand second, and then we'll combine them after a little bit.
Well, did he come back the next day and he was like, the calluses on my hand aren't there yet, and it hurts.
We're texting every once in a while, and he's coming back. He's coming back every Wednesday night and stuff. I decided. So Drunk 3PO let me know about this too.
Hell, Drunk 3PO.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I just made the decision actually today. He and I went to El Salvador last July. We're going to be taking another trip there again in January, and it's going to be awesome, man. So we just
So once upon a time, Drunk 3PO and I and Black Angus Reviews were all doing a co-stream, and I revealed that my daughter is half Salvadorian. So all the fucking outreach you guys are doing, yeah, her mother was born in El Salvador, but her grandmother married an American GI, so they got to come over and reap the benefits and all that kind of stuff. But it's a very war-torn country. The Matas have done a lot of bad stuff. The fact that you guys are going over there and like rebuilding infrastructure is fucking amazing. So
it's a huge thing. Yeah. It's only gonna be like a 3-day trip this time. It's gonna be something small, but just going down there and it was just such an incredible trip last time. Oh my word. And so I'm in the process of, I'm now working on getting some funding and stuff. I finally got some traction on Twitter, so I think I'm going to be able to, really pull some stops there and everything. And since they brought me on to Geeks and Gamers as one of their social media people now, I've got a little bit of a base to work on there. So pretty pumped about that, man. It's going to be good.
Yeah, Geeks and Gamers is growing like exponentially. I've noticed like a couple of the people that so to bring this down to basics, Shaw and I were like grinding, back when like we only had like 25 subs, and 200 is an important landmark, but like when you talk about like Geeks and Gamers status, that's something to aspire.
100 times that.
Well, and they're providing a mold, something that we're shooting towards. They have figured out the fucking formula and they're out there in the atmosphere. So we're holding down the mantle.
Yeah,
it's pretty
and
good.
I'll tell you, I don't know if any of you guys happened to see the stream that I did last night. I decided I went dark on YouTube for like 3 or 4 months. I was putting out stuff and everything. The only thing I did, I did a music video for my dad for Father's Day, and it was just an amazing time. I didn't write the song, but I covered it. It was an Owl City song, and did a whole music video for it and everything. And it's my absolute favorite video. It's got like 515 views. It's like, it's something. But I was like, I can't think of anything to make. I just didn't come up with any good comedic material. I mean, because I'm a retard. You guys have seen me before. I just couldn't think of anything funny. So I was like, man, what the heck? So I was sitting down watching TV one day. I'd been on Twitter, and I was just kind of like in fandom mood. I was like, man, I love the fandom. I love being a part of this group. And I was watching Jimmy Fallon, and I was like, So Jimmy Fallon, he and these talk show hosts, they get all of these people in here. They got some big people in there. They got some, not so big people. What if we did this? So I decided to do that and make a little fandom talk show. So last night, did the first stream, had Jeremy on, and had 3 other YouTubers, small time people or whatever, but to speak to how awesome Jeremy is and how awesome our community is. One of the guys, it was Orange Hat Reviews. He had, I think, 186 subs, something like that. And he was like, you know, me and Jeremy, we were talking to him, we were interviewing him. It was like, so tell us a little bit about your channel. You know, what do you do? It was all about those guys, man, all about these people. And he's like, man, I got started into this because, you know, I watched Odin. I really, really enjoyed Odin. And Odin, by the way, he was in the chat. And so, and so Jeremy listened to him. He was like, man, that's awesome. As a matter of fact, what I'll do, if you stay on after this is over, I'm going to get in touch with you. Maybe you and me and Odin can all three do a stream together. Freaking guy just 200,000 subs. And he's like, man, let me take a little time out with you, you know? And I was like,
Well, from
this is what we're
I
freaking
understand
about.
is like Griggs doesn't sleep, and all he does is watch YouTube. So he's always on the lookout for new talent. So that's fucking
Listen, this is
awesome
his-
that you got. Yeah.
This is his job. And I'm telling you, of all of the Geeks and Gamers team, I'm like, I say the lowest or whatever. I'm some guy. I may be creeping up on 300 subs today. I'm not sure. I had 296 this afternoon. You know, who in the heck on the Geeks and Gamers squad? You've got Anna with 114,000 people, and Odin with like 68,000, Josiah with like 18,000. You've got Drunk with 5,000, even him. And I'm like, me, 300. What in the heck? Why in the world did Jeremy all of a sudden reach out to me, get in touch with me, and is like, Jesse, I want you to be a part of our team? Just
Well, he probably saw something in the way you present yourself and in the way that
that's a
voice comes
what it
out.
is. It's exactly right. It's confidence, man. And that's what I'm all about. Like on Twitter, is like, you don't want to be seen in public with me. You don't, because I'm literally turned up to 11 all the time, man. I'm so jittery I can hear colors, bro. And so when we're out and about, I'm acting an idiot. I'm singing these stupid songs in my car. I'm joking around in every way that I can think to joke around. I'm all about telling people, I'm like, listen, don't just be yourselves, man. There's, you know, I know of a lot of YouTubers that don't have very much self-confidence. You know, there's a lot of people that I run into and I've talked to on DMs like, man, I'm just having problems in this area. I don't feel like I'm worth very much in that area or whatever. I'm like, man, you're not out to impress anybody. Being on YouTube, making content, subs are good. Subs are really cool. But in the end, if you're not having fun, if you're not satisfied with what you're doing, it's all empty, man. It's all empty. I'm like, love
and
yourself.
This is something that I'll say. I have a two-pronged point about this. Is number one, Griggs himself talks about constantly how he gained no traction until he shedded his public, you know, safety image and started shooting from the belt. And then you also see people like Collider, who embraced the shill mentality, and then when they quit Collider, you know, and I'm not going to say who quit Collider, who, you know, but we all know, everybody listening knows, like once they jumped off that bandwagon and started like regrouping, then suddenly they're interesting again. You know, anytime you toe the company line or you make yourself less of a person to be more publicly acceptable, that's the more that you're feeding into that stupid mentality. You know, so you got
and
to
like
freak flag fly, you know?
Yeah. And so, I mean, that's all I'm about. Like, that's the whole reason I go to El Salvador, is like, I realize the gifts I've been given, and that's okay to realize that, because everybody's got them in different ways, shapes, or form. And I'm just like, man, I know that I've got a gift of being able to communicate with people. I put myself out there. I encourage people. I like to give myself to people, and I am what I am. People like me. That's cool. People don't like me. Well, fine, whatever. But I'm just like, man, people, be confident in yourselves, love yourselves, get out there, have fun, relax, take time to enjoy life, man. And people are going to end up noticing your confidence, your love for yourself, and your love for yourself is going to end up carrying over into love for others. I had a guy this morning, a 16-year-old kid from Kuwait, messaged me just out of the blue on Twitter and is like, man, I just want you to know you make my day sometimes, man. I just wasn't having a good day today. You got on there, started saying some funny stuff. He said, man, I appreciate you. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's like, bro, talking about
You know,
all
and
I'm
especially, yeah, when life is kicking you in the ass and you're just like down on your shit, and somebody goes, "Hey, something you did was entertaining and like made me laugh," and that's gold, man. And honestly, I
Yeah.
think we do that more for that reason than for likes or for subs or whatever. You know,
yeah.
we're all
And
just
I mean,
we're all trying to figure it out together.
That's
yeah.
that's
And I like to
probably
be here.
that's probably part of the reason why I started doing this was to actually help myself in that category.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know, you you end up in a position to where you know you got nowhere else to go but you know, a homeless shelter, and you know it's
we all,
yeah,
man, I'm telling you what, we all know that life is just eating a giant shit sandwich. We all know it. Some people are a little more heavy on the shit. Some people are more heavy on the bread. You never know. But in the end, it is what it is.
Well, that's why it's
but-
crazy that something like the Fandom Menace came along.
And see, here's the great thing about the Fandom Menace, especially for people like I've had tough days, and people from the fandom have encouraged me. Like when you're limping, you're going to end up limping through life. That's really all it is. You're going to end up limping through a lot of your YouTube content and everything. Sometimes you're just not going to get traction on one way, shape, or form. But in the end, here,
and
the thing
especially
with
after
limping,
you poured your entire soul into one particular video, and everyone's like, "Nah."
but you know what? Here's the thing with limping, though, especially when you've got Fandom Menace people, when you limp and you're hurt or you're just, you know, you're not going as fast as you want, you got teammates that will lift you up and will carry you on until you're good to go on your own again. That's the whole purpose. The whole purpose of the Fandom Menace is when you're limping, you've twisted your ankle or something, I'm going to put you on my shoulder and we're going to walk for just a little bit until you've got enough strength to walk on your own again. And then if you limp again, I'll pick you up again. You know, we pick you up again. We'll lead you on 30, 40 yards down the road. You're good to go. Boom, shake it off and roll. You know what I'm saying? And there's just a huge support system, man. A huge support system. And that's what I love.
That's like Thomas, you know, Thomas Gilkey. You know, he had a stream just earlier in the week. You know,
mental health stream, right?
Yeah. And you know, and he'll tell his story, you know, and like I've had similar experiences to what he said, but like I haven't been able to bring myself to disclose them quite like he does in public, you know. So you know, it's he's one of the for lack of a better term, unsung heroes, you know, in this thing that I look up to, you know, because you know he can talk about us being able to, you know.
And what that is, and this is why I'm so proud of that guy too. When you bring problems like that to the forefront and you admit your struggles, what you're doing is when you keep struggles and everything hidden, even if it's just like sharing it with one person or two people or whatever it is. Now, everybody knows Thomas now. But divulging that self, that's actually an act of claiming, when I say claiming victory over it, not letting it control you anymore. You're taking control of it. Anything that is a secret, anything that you have buried in your life ever, doesn't matter what it is. If it's an addiction, if it's a struggle, if it's, whatever it happens to be, as long as it's a secret, it controls you. It controls your behavior. It controls what you think. It controls what you feel. It can be debilitating if you let it get out of control. But whenever you put it on the forefront like that, that's actually taking empowerment, and it's an amazing thing. It's hard. It's hard to do because it makes you vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But vulnerability in a group like this, in a group like ours, is okay. Because like I said, limping,
But
you're not crippled.
But we're all middle-aged, white, bigoted, misogynist, sexist, homophobe.
I don't
Yeah.
care about being called about that. You know, that was what I was telling somebody on a stream a couple days ago, is people throw around those words so much. It's like they've taken away
Oh, and you
from
can't
what
forget,
racism really is.
you know, the N word.
can't-
You know, with the the similar hand gesture that goes. You know.
And
Anyway.
see, I've actually got black blood relatives. It's not a married into the family thing. I've got blood relatives. I've been the target of real racism before. I know people that have been the target of real racism before. When people throw around things like racism, which is a real problem sometimes, and sexism and homophobic stuff and everything, when you throw it around because you don't like The Last Jedi, it's like you take away from what it really is. You disenfranchise victims of actual racism by just making it something that you just want to try to hurt somebody's feelings with. But now I don't even respond to that. People want to call me a racist. I'm like, okay, that's what you think.
Well,
I'm not looking to
thrust of the
aspire to.
argument. Yeah,
I'm
that's the
not
thrust of
looking
the
to
argument,
aspire-
Jess. Go
I'm
ahead.
not looking to aspire to their definition of racism, because I'm like, you're calling me a racist based on your broken definition. You can go fist yourself, man. I don't have time for that.
Well, you know, there's some things out there that, like, you'll say something and they'll go, that's racist, and you're like, no, I mean, it's like it might be it might be prejudice, or some other thing, but it's it's not that. These days everybody wants to, like, throw out the most outlandish, or whatever word I'm looking for, term, you know, and it's like I said, the Chris Knight was on here a little earlier.
Yep.
And the thing with him and a certain blue-haired individual on Twitter,
who's not famous at all.
yeah, and may or may not be a knight of with Kylo. Anyway, I think that's enough hints without actually saying the name. But they actually called him and or Sean Stackhouse Nazis. They actually threw out the word Nazi in their direction. And I'm like, and Chris was like, do you even, like, know what the real ones, and
that's what I'm saying. They've disenfranchised real victims that existed, Holocaust survivors.
This is the thing, man.
You read the story of Corey ten Boom. Yeah, you tell them, say, listen, you go to read the story of Corey ten Boom. You go to read the story of Dietrich Bonhoeffer. People like that were actually there during the Holocaust, man. You're not going to call anybody a racist just because you don't, or a Nazi just because you think, whatever. You wouldn't even call Trump a Nazi. I'm not here to be political or anything, but people that call Trump a Nazi, I'm like, yeah, he may not be your cup of tea. He's not my cup of tea either. But they're just a bunch of bowls of diarrhea. I just got to choose which one smells the least bad. That's my whole job in an election.
Well, yeah, Jess, and the larger crime here is that Disney is trying to tell you how to perceive these things. So, like, okay, Trump is a Nazi. What is Nazis? Well, you can't dress your kids up as stormtroopers because that's Nazis. But it's okay
Yeah.
to feel bad for Finn because he's a black Nazi who's not a Nazi anymore. He actually was saved by a feigned kiss from Rose Tico. You know,
Yep.
he's too dumb to realize that love that you have for your enemies is different than the hate that you have for your friends.
Yeah.
That's one of the things too. That's one of the things too. You know, like in this day and age of wokeness or whatever, and you know they and they take this guy, and him and everybody else, had like tons of potential, in TFA, right? And then what do? They make him a damn janitor,
Yeah.
They make him a janitor. When
Well, listen, guys.
way back in 1980, you had Landau Calrissian, who was the boss man of an entire city with a mining operation.
That's before he fucked toasters.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah. Well,
I'm
after.
sorry, sweetie. I didn't realize you were listening.
You're good. Well, listen, dudes, I have to. I'm sorry I couldn't stay on longer, man, but I wanted to make sure I at least came on to give you my love for 200 subscribers, man. That's awesome. But you see, I've got some daddy duty to do tonight, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Jesse and hail Princess Jessie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
we're gonna. I don't know if you saw, but like before you go, and I've pitched this a couple of times, but I've got like half a dozen old school movies. Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2, Coming to America, The Goonies.
Dude, The Goonies.
Well, and I hate to say this, man, like rookie critics should win all of this.
Yeah, Gremlins. Got Gremlins, the first Jumanji, and Howard the Duck. Okay.
So I've got to show you guys one thing before I leave. So
And I did this for a giveaway, right, Jess? I did this for a giveaway. And the way that I want to give them away is I told people to go to Drunks Charity, for the kids.
Yeah.
And make a donation. And then take a snapshot, screenshot, whatever, of their donation to the
and email it to
the
you?
kids.
Mhm.
And then tell me which movie they want, and I'll send it to them. So
Awesome,
I mean,
man.
granted, you can go to Walmart like I did or some other place and just buy them yourself. But I still would.
That's a heck of a deal.
I'd still like to bait somebody to or bribe them. I
You
guess
won
maybe bait
Ghostbusters
that road.
2016.
Said no one ever.
I still want to bribe somebody with sending them a free movie, so to speak.
Dude,
for
that would be
them- for
awesome.
them
I got to show
donating.
you guys something, by the way. This is
What you
the
got,
ultimate
Jess?
collection that my wife and I have accumulated because people seem to be knocking DVDs lately. Not me, not old Jesse. You got to check this dude out. So this is a little bit of the collection that is mine and my wife's right there. All right, hold on. There we go. So we got these. We got them going down in here. We got them going down in here. We
Where's
got
your
them going down
copy
in
of
here.
The Last Jedi.
And we got them going on over here. And there is no copy of The Last Jedi that exists in my house. It will not sully my family name.
Right.
It's not going to happen. But I think babe, what was the last count that we did? 438?
439.
439, somewhere around there. And we're shooting for 1,000. And so that's my pride and joy. But so
Well, what
listen,
I'd like you to do, Jesse, before you log off, is like take a picture of every movie you have and send it to the rookie critic because that motherfucker is sorely missing out.
So my next idea for a video is I'm going to start reviewing my own DVDs but randomly. So tonight, before I came on, I literally stopped so I could come on for a few minutes. I'm writing down all of the movies that I have on a piece of paper. I'm going to tear them up, put them in a jar, and then I'm going to go on a live stream, take one out, and then review the movie randomly. I don't know which one I'm going to draw. It could be K-Pax, it could be Tron, it could be True Grit, it could be The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I don't know.
Well, holy shit, people.
Oh, yeah. Amen. Amen. All right. Dudes, y'all be good. I love you. Once again, Shellback, I'm proud to call you my friend, brother. And I'm very, very happy for your 200, man. Congratulations.
Same here,
Immortal,
man. Appreciate it.
all my love, bro. And we're going to get you up to 200. And by the way, yes, she says hi too. By the way, if any of you guys, we're going to be doing our once a week talk show on my channel. Both of you guys are more than welcome to come on, and I'm going to try to get Drunk on there. I'm going to try to get Odin here pretty soon. I'm going to try to get Lethal Lightning, a couple of these other guys from Geeks and Gamers, and we want it to be all about your channels, all about your content, and what makes you tick. So you're going to be the spotlight of my shows, right?
Sounds fucking good, Jesse. Well, you take care of yourself, take care of your family. Appreciate you being on, man.
Absolutely, man. You guys be good tonight, right?
Thank you for coming, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Later. Bye.
Well, shit, Shellback, you've got some great chat people here. You got Lightsaber Addict.
Yeah.
You got Tommy. You got Will Gentry, and they're all totally throwing you some stuff. So, hail the chat.
Yeah. And I'm trying to pay attention to everything. So
it's a huge task, man, figuring out all this shit, but you got 200 people who are intent on following your misadventures through life. So shit, dude, that's more than most people have.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm just I'm a little amazed that I've gotten this much attention.
Well, no, and that's fine. That's my fault. You've clearly outpaced me.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And it's one of those things. If you have a face to look at daily and call the shots, it's better than talking to a yellow skull. So,
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things. I think everything happens in its own time. So, someday I'll have a bunch of subs and I'll be like, yeah, Shellback's coming on my channel and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
The important thing is that we celebrate together, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So what's coming up in the future of Hallmark Channel Jeremy? We initially met you as.
Yeah, well, the reason for that is I, had changed my name and couldn't change it back.
I think actually Proper Jenny run into that problem. Proper Jeremy. Hail Proper Jeremy.
Yeah. Crap. But yeah, no, I for those that don't know the story, I started out, I made my account so I could make comments, pretty much like everybody else does, and it was Shellback TJC, and but it was lowercase, right? And then one day I decided to I wanted it to be uppercase. Well, so I would, it was like all uppercase there for a while, and then Jeremy had a stream, and people were giving him crap about watching Christmas movies on the Hallmark Channel. And so I was like putting out messages like, it takes a strong, confident alpha male to be secure
Cool with
enough,
Hallmark. Yeah.
to be secure enough to sit on his couch with his chihuahuas under a blankie, watching Hallmark Christmas movies. And so anyway, somewhere along the line, he said somebody needs to make a Hallmark Channel Jeremy, account. And at the time, I still didn't have anything but my phone. And so I really didn't know how to navigate YouTube that well, as far as like making new channels or what, what do they call it? Anyway, making like extra channels, right? Under your main one. And so I just changed my name, and because I didn't want somebody else to beat me to the punch. So
I have a very
then I became Hallmark Channel Jeremy on that stream, and then like a week later, I wanted to change back, and it's like, no, sorry, only 3 name changes every 90 days. And I'm like, what do you? I'm like, I only changed it twice, but apparently, when you go from lowercase to uppercase, that counts as a change, as a name change. So, that's why I was like stuck as Hallmark Channel Jeremy for a while, is because I had the itch to start making content. And but I was like, I didn't want to do it under Hallmark, so I was like, I was gonna wait, and then and I was like, I see like other streams and stuff like that, and I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna start making content. The channel name is gonna be Hallmark Channel Jeremy, but I'll label the individual videos as Shellback TJC, aka Hallmark Channel Jeremy. And I would either do that or actually introduce videos and stuff. And so a lot of people got to know me. A lot of people got to know me as Hallmark. And there's still people to this day still call me Hallmark.
Well, I know your history as a Navy veteran, so that's why I choose to call Shell or Shelly or something like that. But I also have a question for the chat. I noticed that we have a very good friend of ours, and I don't know whether to call him Pop Culture Lead, Pop Culture Peanut Butter, or Pop Culture PB. So PB, like, enlighten me. Involve yourself in this discussion.
So is PB okay? So PB is like the on the chart, the
on the chart of
PB is the letters for lead.
Like, this is the thing that stars shit out. So yeah. And I don't know how it to be called, because I could be like mispronouncing his pronoun or his gender. This is a very serious thing in Twitter, people. You mispronounce a pronoun.
Did you want to come on for a bit, PB? I mean, I think that you have access to the link if you want it. But candy bar. There's a candy bar.
Yeah, he's the peanut brosier. Yeah. PB Immortal. You know.
PB Max. I've never heard of it. That must be like a Wisconsin exclusive or something.
It's a peanut butter taco truck, man. I mean, you're gonna get mowed over. Did you see the Joker, Shelly?
Yeah. I
Did we talk about this earlier and I just wasn't around?
I don't know. I've slept since then, so.
Okay. Well, let's just talk about the Joker. What do you think, man? What was your?
I liked it. I want to say that I saw it on opening night. But or actually it might have been that Saturday. But anyway, I saw it within opening weekend, right?
Yeah.
And I really liked it. I mean, and it's definitely deep. I mean, it's a lot deeper of a character than we've been given so far.
Are you gonna send PB the link? But I will talk about this. He's
got it.
I think that initially, before I even saw the movie, I thought it was gonna be like Killing Joke, where he's a failed comedian, and you can tell where they pulled in elements from that. Okay. And in Killing Joke, the Joker was a bad comic, and then he got pulled into some mafia stuff, and they made him a Fallout guy, and he fell into chemicals and blah 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 blah. In this movie, I think a lot of this movie actually takes place in Joker's head. So we don't know what's right or wrong, or fake, or
Yeah.
what do you?
Well, I think the only fake part, or I think probably about the only part that was in his head was when he got together with the black lady.
He imagined a relationship. Yes.
Yeah. Because spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. The part where he was in her apartment and she come in like, what are you doing here?
Who the fuck are you?
Well, no, she recognized him. But it definitely wasn't, oh, hey, my boyfriend's here, and
well, she recognized him as her neighbor, but like he had no reason to be there because their entire relationship was made up in his head.
Yeah. But I mean, and I don't know. It didn't show if he harmed her, in any way. It just showed him leaving the apartment. But you don't see hiding her hair of her, for the rest of the movie. So I don't know whether he just left or what, but I mean, yeah, it was definitely a good movie, with a good topic, that needs attention or whatever. And I thought there was a couple of I thought there was a couple of slow spots in there. But then again, know, with the type of with the type of movie it was, I can understand, you know, I can understand the you know, the couple of slow spots that I thought it had.
Well, I thought that was on purpose because the action sequences and the explosive violence need to be punctuation points. So you have to have this kind of like broad, like, okay, my mother is crazy and I'm doing this thing and I'm going to work and I'm doing that. Nobody fucking notices me until I stab somebody through the temple with a
Yeah.
knife. Yeah.
But I mean, and one of the things that cracked me up, right, was you know, the thing you heard about you know, them being concerned about this being like a call to arms, you know, for all the you know, for all the Caucasian incels out there or whatever. And you know, like they were going to be you know, making sure that you know, nobody's going to like bring a gun and shoot up the place type of thing at the theaters. And and I was like, oh, come on, you got to be kidding. But you know, sure as shit, I go to the theater, right? And there's a little little sign about yay big sitting on the counter, talking about you know, if you brought a bag in with you, that, you know, they were gonna look in the bag, you know. So and
That's pure social engineering because
yeah.
I really think that the theaters and who owns the theaters, the grown-ups, they're scared about how much money this is going to make because this is actual cinema. And yes, there are divisive questions like is this better than Heath Ledger? I don't know. Is this better than
it's a different
Cesar Romero? Yeah, I don't know.
it's a different kind. I mean, I'm not gonna say, you know, that Joaquin Phoenix Joker is better than Heath's. But at the same time, I could support that argument, you know.
Well, and they're
Just
different interpretations, but they're
yeah.
both very, very, very valid. So, you know, do you want a social commentary or do you want like something like pow in your face? You know,
But I
that's up
mean,
to you, the viewer to decide.
yeah. Well, the way that I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm gonna poof off here again for a little while. So
That's fine. I actually got about
anyway, the Heath Ledger, you know, Joker or whatever was more, you know, like he was already like an established character, I guess. And so they just went straight into the you know, the bad guy you know, villain part, right? And you know, Joker, you know, with Phoenix is more like a, you know, origin story. But like if they decided to make another movie, you know, whether it be Joker, another Joker movie, or Batman or whatever, I would totally be down for it being Joaquin Phoenix instead of say like Jared Leto or somebody else.
Agreed.
Because I mean, you know, he could he could. I think Phoenix could totally pull off, you know, something more physical, that would be, where, what Heath Ledger got to do, but
Well, to me, it depends on the type of story they want to tell. The thing about Joaquin Phoenix is like you can get a very real sense about who he was psychologically, like what was in his head when he turned or when he was, vulnerable to the impulses of society. Now, Heath Ledger was already violent. Okay, he was out there. He was killing people. He was making plans, the machinations in his mind. He was Joker established. But you think about somebody like Jack Nicholson, and Jack Nicholson was kind of raised in the culture. And as he was raised in the culture, after his physical transformation, he said, fuck it. So, versus like somebody like Cesar Romero, he was just handed a page and he had to be like, so I think we really have to give credit to the darker writers in this shadowy room.
Yeah, I grew up, my first introductions or whatever to like Batman and DC were Adam West, the Adam West TV show, and that and like Super Friends, the cartoon Super Friends, and the like. And so, I always thought of DC being more campy or silly or whatever. And then but like I would, I've heard people, especially since the Nolan films came out, the Dark Knight trilogy.
Nolan films.
I've heard people making jokes about, DC, why so dark or whatever, like what that was on Deadpool, or wasn't that on Deadpool?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the turtle?
But and I would tell people, like I was introduced to, Batman and DC back in the day when they were like, when it was more campy and silly, and I mean, Aquaman was chasing bad guys riding dolphins and shit, but yeah, I like both. I do like the darker, more serious DC stuff, I guess, as an adult. But but other than that, I've been like, a Marvel type of guy, because I was all about the X-Men animated show back in the
90s.
90s or whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, shit, Shell. I really seriously want to congratulate you on 200 subs. That is a magnanimous achievement.
Yeah.
I hope some of those subs want to come my way and look at my shit.
Yeah, please. If you're in here and you haven't checked Immortal Coil out yet, please do. He's got good stuff.
I'm a good dude. But yeah, so I'm gonna bid you a good farewell, good night.
In fact, why don't you or is that, or did PB just do it for you? Yeah, he just.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hey,
Thank
he
you, Peter.
got your link.
Yeah. Led Zeppelin.
Right on, man. Yeah, if you got to go, go ahead. I don't know unless PB wants to pop in here for a little bit. I might just wrap it up. I mean, it's been 3.5 hours, so I think I did all right. I managed to. Seemed like every time I looked up at the screen, it said 5 or 6 people. So I carried like a half a dozen people for a few hours, so on average. So I guess that was all right. Oh, I lost him, or he left. All right. So did you want to pop on for a minute, PB, or are you still indisposed? All right. Well, give him a minute to respond, but all right. Looks like he's still indisposed. So anyway, I'll my my Twitter is Shellback TJC, aka Hallmark Channel Jeremy. And I've got a half a dozen classic movies here that I would like to give to people in appreciation for this. And but I want you to go to Drunk 3PO. I want you to find his Twitter or whatever, and find his find the link to his charity, and donate some money to the kids, and send me a snapshot or screenshot, whatever, on my Twitter, and then tell me which movie out of like Jumanji, Gremlins, The Goonies, Coming to America, Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2, or Howard the Duck, that you'd like to have, and I'll send it to you. So with that being said, I guess I'll just go ahead and sign off. It's been over 3.5 hours, so I appreciate everybody coming by, and we'll talk to you sometime soon. Hopefully, with the college thing, it's it's a little iffy, but I'll just end it with bidding everyone fair winds and following seas.